You alright, people? How's it going? I'm going to do my usual setting up in the background. I'll be with you in 1 second, and I want to get this underway. I want to go to Twitch and to my channel. Saying I'm offline still, not good. I hope he's not doing that again. It was an error. And there we go. Got another refresh. There we go, it's saying I'm live now. Yep, that's in potato mode and muted. Let's go to YouTube. I'm not saying I'm live and all. Mute that and put that into potato mode as well. I want to do 140. I want to like it and I want to save it into my favorites, live streams, and Total War Artillery achievement run. Yep, add it all to the playlists. Alright, that didn't take too long. Let's change the screen over. Now, unfortunately, I tried streaming the other day and my network went down and I didn't realize until it was too late. So you're gonna miss the first fight where I was fighting as my faction leader. By the way, he's dead. I managed to defeat the Eastern Romans, but it cost the faction leader's life. It seems the Eastern Romans like spamming these large onagers like the Huns do, and I'm having difficulty coming up with the strategy to counter that decisively. Yeah. So we still got the Hun problem at home. I can't quite remember. Oh yes, these decided to attack me with everything they bloody got and all, didn't they? Right, just let me make sure that I can see the chat and everything else before we get this underway. Honestly, this is sending me up the wall. Right, let's go. Do it. So with an army down in Africa, this army's on its knees. It's quite grim. I think the garrison's on its backside as well. So this is going to hurt big time. And I've pretty much maxed all the armies on the field. And the economy's in the toilet. Yeah, look at that. That's terrible. Okay, so we're going to have to be using them. I'm going to have to be using them. You alright, mate? How's it going? Let's move this fella down here. I am not exactly feeling confident. Right, group them. Because remember, we've got this Romanized army to start with, and then we got a big old pack of barbarians. Are you a horsey? Because if you are, I'm not stationing you in there. I'm going to hide you behind here instead. Yeah, they're horses. You can tell. Horses, you know, you can tell by the horse's head there and the sword. Right, so he's going now, and then we're going to be locking down the usual way, which is here with 2, there with 3, and then I'm going to put these sword units on there to love to peel them in the face. And then I need to try and snipe the enemy's artillery. So let's see how we're going to do this. And unfortunately, this is my army minus 2 of them, which is obviously from down here. I'm going to take you and you, as I'm going to gamble to say that the majority of the enemy is going to come up the middle here. And we're going to get defending. Right, Right, merge them together. But yeah, it's producing an army, right, with enough. It's not enough. It's the correct composition to counter large Ornagus spam, while also being able to defend against everything else. And because of the strategy that I've had to use to defend to this point, in other words, which is just cartoony spam, I can't get the decent cavalry units like the cataphractory. Right, merge them together. Right, and then I want them group to go on the fence here. I just love all you peel them at whatever comes this way. Then I'm gonna have you and a couple of these defend back here. This fella, he's going to be the rogue one who defends that on his own, even if it's just to delay him until we can get in position. And I'm already feeling the pinch of this. You three can just go there and do nothing until I need to position you correctly. Now, my archer can click on that, and heavy shot. My command only. Heavy shot. My command only. And then group them together. You know what, they can join this group as well, because it's all a bloody flight risk. There we go. Right, and the way that we're going to sort this then, I'm going to do it so it can try and fire in there. Like we normally do it, so you can go there. And please don't blow my own men's head off. I'm sick of doing it. Then my Ornagus. I want this one to be aiming right there. My command only. Now I might have to move this back ever so slightly. I'm going to keep him here centrally, and then can you support them there? Yes, you can. And then same maneuver. Then we group these, because I honestly think if we've got the potential to defend this, right, something's going to attack it afterwards and it's going to be done, and then I'm going to be two armies down, and then it's going to be open for complete invasion and conquering, or even blowing up. I'm going to go here. Their job is to solely hide in the forest. We find out where the enemy's Ornagus coming in from, and we nuke it. One's in position. So the 2s, the 3s, the 4s are waiting, the 5s are waiting. 6s are good, the 7s are good, the 8s are waiting. So with the 9s, and we're starting with the 10s. Right, go hide in that forest.
For long years, these walls have stood proud and defiant of all enemies. Today is not the day that they will fall. Today is not the day. Enemy reinforcements approaching.
I was listening to that.
Enemy boots. Today we hold and we win.
Yeah, boys. Right, let's see if that happens. The only thing is, at the end of this turn, I've faction leaders dead. And as you can see, these are Romanized faction. These are the Britons coming in. We will be taking some losses. Just thankfully we out-tech them. But still, it's the next force that's coming in. Why are you just walking? Get running. So I'm going to speed up. Again, he's target numero uno for now. Get rid of him, all this will run for the hills.
The enemy has been sighted.
You get right in the bush there. He can't fire. Here we go. Is that them then creeping round? Yeah, we go. It's the Saxons. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to get my horses. What are they? We're going to run this way and right round. And yes, they do have an axeman. I bloody hate axeman. So what the intention is with me Ornigas using Alt is to hit roughly about here. And if it hits the wall as well, it still causes some damage because you can see them all scooping up on this little bit of an angle. That was a good hit for him. Right, they've used all the kits. Let's go back these up. And all these buggers, I've got an Ornigat. Just need to get him toasted. Maybe a little bit of a repositioning, only just, mind you. And then if I hold Alt, oh no, you can we merge these together a little bit? There it is.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Right. I actually need to start doing more damage. Because I want to save until this comes around and bulks up. Because then obviously more bulky they are, the more casualties we'll cause. How are you dealing with that? But you're not there yet. You'll get there in a minute. 71. Because if that comes down here and emerges and we fire the wall, all that as it comes down the side here will kill more. I'm just trying to maximize our killing area. There's the other general. But obviously if he joins the blob, I might just be tempted to kill both generals.
Their general is dead.
Good. Good. So then that means that they instantly stop firing on that lot, because that's going to be toast any second now. We start firing on that block, and then we conserve all ammunition on this to wait for this fella to bulk up with all his armies and stuff, and then we do the same thing again. Right, is he dead? Yeah, they're dead. Did he have any cavalry in a nasty position? No, but what we will do, we'll go hide and in fact go kill them off. If you get them under 10, any unit under a 10, it's a wipe no matter what damage you do to this, even if it's a draw. That unit will be wiped out. So, and this will probably make that unit run, because I absolutely despise axemen. Told ya. Right, let's go, you. Right.
This is a shameful display. Tribunus!
Come on, Tribunus. He's alright. They're getting a little bit light for my liking. I don't even know if it's going to deploy that way, to be honest with you. That's so wonky. Anyway. He's already close to wavering. We need to start filling that gap right away. That's bad news. That's bad news. That's bad news because they can get a flank off then. Let them run a little bit further forward and then I'll come back here and flank them with this cavalry. There you go. We need to get everything we can over this side. Right. Have we got anything else left in reserve? I'm still not going to move in for now, just in case I'm just being a bit paranoid. Start thinning the herd.
This is a shameful display.
Don't like the way this has gone. This is a little bit of an emergency, actually. Yeah, I don't see us winning this, actually. What I need to do is I need to lock these definitively down in combat, kill this, and then maybe flank into the rear of this, and hopefully that'll sort out the situation here before anything goes wrong there. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to pull him off the front lines. I'm going to try and get these two focus fire more on them. Then I'm going to have to get them to disband that, and I'm going to have to lock that down with just two. Don't know why that went on fire randomly. Looks like that other units ran from there and I didn't notice. Come on, you can be making that route, surely. Route, whatever you want to call it. Leggy. Run for the hills. Come on, surely. And now that's why I had them set up the way that I did. They're having trouble firing. They're already getting ready to run for the hills. I've got pretty much nothing left. Right, I'm gonna have to risk this then. This is ugly. The generals definitely ran off. Yep, this is a loss. I'm going to try and pick them off somehow. Come on. Surely that's... Alright, he's not running. I've got nothing left here other than Ornigas. You know what, boys? You're not firing, just charging. I need them to blotch up. That's getting ready to run. Again, this army's a wipe. I'm going to have to really do some serious micromanagement after this. Come on, just blob up, will you? Right, good. You, run. Cavalry.
An entire unit has perished.
Yeah, I know. Quite a bloody skin in my teeth either way. No way is he surviving that. Come on, bloody hell, get down here, will you? Come kill these. I'm hoping to do a raid charge in a minute. I think we'll just scrape it now. There you go. Pop. Pop. Pop, pop. Thank you. I guarantee you there's going to be a couple of other armies stood behind this to take over in a second. Now, I'm doing a playthrough as Masali, normal legendary playthrough, not this achievement stuff on YouTube, and our latest video is up. Replenish. Hey, look at all this right on the border. Look at all that. I'm going to have to auto-resolve the next one, man, because that's no chance. Oh God, is it me now? And we're only 40 food because of the amount of raiding. Critical success.
At your command.
Swines. Degree. Power abuse. Oh, that's what I did last time. I just put everyone, right? Every single person in the bloody family on that. And now it's just bollocksed all this up. Now, the reason I think these are messed up, oh Jesus Christ, is our faction leader died. Oh God, here we go. We're gonna have to get a lot of people killed. He was around here somewhere. The army that I got wiped, it was a full stack as well. As you can see, he dealt with these. No, not them. He was around this region anyway. And now that's completely exposed for attacking, and I need to build it up. At least it's got a somewhat okay garrison. I can get a general in there later. Well, very soon. I need to deal with this civil war that's pending. All right.
At your command.
Right, you just got your teeth kicked in.
Ready for
I moved you up to reinforce them, didn't I? So I'm hoping. That's just teasing me, right? That's all that faction's got left, and I'm trying to wipe out as many factions as I bloody can, just to make life easier on myself. If I can definitively get one of them armies up here, because look how injured this is. That needs at least, say what, 8,000 thrown at it to finish starting it out. Say what, it costs like 400 a pot. And I might want to get some of this involved as well, which I do because I want you and I want you. Actually, it's not going to cost that much. Right, just let's sort this for now. Out of used to, can any one of you just go all the way up there? No.
damn you all.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So he's on the other side of the water. You're not. No. So he has to try and survive all this for one turn, and he could potentially go down the side and siege up Sugestico, and if that falls, they're into this territory, and if I move you, all these Zerg down the side. Oh, this isn't looking good.
Ready for orders.
Right, so what we're going to do instantly is just merge that down then. So it's a 15 stack. Nothing else there.
It is a great and glorious thing to die for Rome. We hunger for battle.
Definitely can't get there. Oh, he bloody well can.
Side you are.
Right. Then I need to decide whether this army takes a bit of a loss, goes over the Alps to Segistico to keep these heathens away, while this 20 stack comes round the corner. I would have absolutely loved to get rid of you, but we're not. So you are going into Segistico, so whatever this place is, right? You go next door. It's going to cost us, but move your ass.
I want hourly patrols. We hunger for battle.
Right, now recruit a load of these.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
You, my good sir,
Ready for battle.
Vienna. Even I've been calling it Vienna, but Vienna's somewhere else. But Vienna, go.
Call this a garrison.
I'm going to worry about people rioting once we get in civil war, once we get people in place, and how we're going to get them murdered.
Ready for orders.
Now this fella
Ready for battle.
doesn't need to go on forced march. Just go on.
Call this a garrison. We hunger
Brilliant.
for battle.
Okay, I'm happy with that. That's great. Now we've got the African question. Oh, yeah, forgot about that as well. Look at this. Oh, man. 10 turns remaining until surrender. I need to get someone back home to deal with that. If I move one of these armies, all that's gonna get mushed. How far can you move? Can you move to like Genoa? Or you're stuck there? I don't care if you lose more men. You can get your ass all the way down here. But then that means leaving. See, look, they can just get through the forest there like that. How many armies have I got in the field? And how many more armies can I write? One more. Okay, and I think I need that one more in Africa. If I'm perfectly honest with you. Right, so you're going to deal with this rebellion. This place is still mega unhappy for some bloody reason, and I can't start untaxing places yet. And right, if I was just to nudge the tax down, I think that'd go down to about 2 grand. It'd go even worse. Is everywhere taxed? You're not. That's because there's no one's here. So this army needs to stay here to deal with this rebellion for at least a turn or so. Why are they so unhappy then? Taxes 25. Food negative 13. Your food's minus 44 here, so that's a massive problem, and I need to start investing in the area. So then, if I was to say bash that down to a rank 2, the food consumption would go from 100 to I think 50. I'd lose 100 wealth. I know it has basic walls, which I don't really care about at the minute. It's about just sorting the happiness out. And 100 down to 60. Sorry, we could take 40 food off the bill. We'd be short by 4. Cheap. Now the fertility here is absolutely piss poor, so you're best off with one of these. Okay. Typically I only go for rank 1 of these things. So what do you provide? Over a rank 1. You give me 2 legios and 1 bowman. How much is the food difference? There's an extra 10 food difference, but that 10 food difference between knocking that down, that'll go down to a rank 2, we get a rebate. Fishing wharf as well. Fishing. I don't want to drop that because that's an insane amount of money. That's giving me what, 1,650. So I'm going to drop that down one, and that's this food situation sorted. So then that negative modifier in terms of their unhappiness should absolutely sod off. That's only 13. It might knock them towards neutral. Difficulty, religious differences is sorting, and a political situation. Right, is that because of me being an idiot and spamming this? Public order -3, it is. Okay. Let's have a look at anywhere else we can sort out. Let's check this one, and then that again. So we've just done Africa, so we're dealing with the buildings, not here, because that's a different one. You're going to kill that in a couple of turns. Mauritania. We've just dealt with the Sahara. Is rioting, which we're going to kill now because it's time. Right, let's kill that, and then we can assess this army in terms of whether we move it up here or elsewhere. And what can my agent tell me about this? If they got more large armies, he can't tell me because he's not a spy. Can we at least see this place? No. Well then. Move back over here. Right, yeah, let's deal with this.
Ready for battle. To victory.
Yep, and we're going to also singe our asses while we're at it.
On the move.
Kill him.
Kill them all.
Thank you. I'm not doing a fight like that. Give me money. Right, go back home. Holy bejesus. What's wrong with you then? Taxes 25. Religious difference 19. Food 19. Right, it's infertile yet. Okay. What's this? Fields. That's going to be doing nothing. We need one of these. Wealth, food from agriculture, 10. Are these going to be more trouble than they're worth? Cattle. Wheat, cattle. Because if this ends up more trouble than it's worth. Right, let's see what it's producing. That's only producing 588. What's Dimity producing? 100 and odd. And netting you. Honestly, for what it's worth, can you untax it? It might just be one of those provinces where it's just not productive and we're just best off leaving it untaxed. Which is a shame. I'll see what I can do. Back to my list. Oh, hang on. No, we've just dealt with that. And that's with you in town. So if I was to say a force march, for example, you're not going to be able to go very bloody far, are you? You can't move anywhere. Right, you're going to have to stay there then. Definitely going to be needing some sort of general here. Preferably one from the other family, so we can get him murdered should things go pear-shaped. But that's just pure spam. I would have loved to have known what's there. And then this fella is still stuck back here. This place is absolutely bloody glorious here. Good invasion point. But you and you... What I'm going to do, I'm going to move this fella back down to Machamedes. It might encourage all this to siege up Ptolemaeus, but it might allow me to defend that with one other general and maybe some scruffy mercenaries in the region while I build up that stack again. But doing that is not going to allow me to address Mr. Arsehole Hun, which will be getting addressed with this army once I finish recruiting. Like I said, you can just say bye to me money. The economy is going to be shot again. Right, now we've dealt with that situation. You're waiting now to see what they do. If they jump in the drink, like look at all this, just waiting. Look at its bloody lips it is. Right, can I have a look at a bigger map? I disbanded one of the navies, didn't I? To try and get the economy kick-started again. We've got this one defending against all this stuff should something go wrong and supporting this army. He died. We've just got all this shitty spam up here that I'm thinking I'm going to be doing away with. And then we need a scapegoat to get murdered on the next turn, which will cost us a little bit. Right, how many units can I get? Okay, so I can have one more army, which we're going to be recruiting with. So that means that I need to be playing funny buggers with the navies to get this political situation under control. So to do that, we need to click on that button and see who's kicking off. Right, so you, how old are you? You're 58, you're the governor. Right, so loyalty. So we're dealing with the 3 public order stuff and the 1% tax rate faction wide. Loyalty tax rate. You alright, mate? Yeah, mate, I had a whopping break. I had an absolute massive break. But things in real life going on. But I'm back now. Yeah. I'm back. I'm going to try and expand into other things. I've done a couple like YouTube shorts. I just picked up what was it called? Cyberpunk on sale. And speaking of sales, let me show you something. Start. My son found this before. Vermintide 2. If anyone's interested, Vermintide 2 is currently free. You can go get it. It's going to cost you absolutely nothing for the base game. It's free. Go. Yeah. Can I link it in the shop? No, I'd have to do it the other way. But yeah, it's currently free. And there's my current video on YouTube. And then, and I'm looking for topics to discuss. So like what I've moaned about the new PlayStation controller and it costed an absolute ludicrous amount. My next video, I pretty much think, because I found this when I was shopping for my, here we go, for my, what you call it, key? These don't do it actually. No, I did it like this. So I searched for, right, is ready for this? And best off doing it in incognito in case I've got any details. All right, new private window. So I searched for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk cheap PC. Yeah, reject, I'll go away. Now, it's not showing at me. Typical. Race Runner, what is it? I think they'll do it on GTA or on G2A. These are horrible. It's a key, maybe later. I'll see if I can find it. So, Cyberpunk. Yeah, here it is. This is what I've got a problem with. And now I love CD keys. It doesn't happen now. And what I found is you can go online. Now look at the price of this. It's $45. You go away, please. And it's for a Steam account, not a Steam key. So what ends up happening, you know, like, do you play Europa Universalis 4? I used to, but I've got a problem with the company behind it. And again, I'll show you why in a minute, Lucas. So, you know, where like, I've got a Steam account, but then I'll go upstairs and I'll activate it. You know, family sharing, so my son can access my games library, and the same for me missus when she has a go. What people are doing, they're buying this one single Steam account, putting Cyberpunk on it, and then selling access to that account to multiple people. But you can only play it offline. And you want to know what's absolutely nuts? You're all right, mister. And again, I want to do a big video about this. Of all websites you can buy this on, found it on Etsy. Now, my missus likes, you know, making art pieces and resin, and she's really artsy that way. you can buy a Cyberpunk video on there, which I loathe and despise. There's something wrong with it, because why I want to rant about this is buying. I like competition where you can buy CD keys from. So the likes of CD keys themselves. There's an Ambler or something like that. There's another one. Green Man Gaming. That's another reputable one. Obviously G2A is not. G2A is really fishy. But these accounts that you can buy with a single one off, and you know, like, you can't add other games to it. You could potentially lose access to it, and if you don't play it in offline mode, you get kicked off and you've lost all that money. But what's happening is all the companies behind these games will notice what's going on, and they'll turn around and say, well, the market's bad, we're getting conned out of all this money, so you're either going to have to buy it for us for a stupid amount, or you're going to have to rent it from us. It's one or the other, because they can't be trusted. And I hate how that all falls back on the consumer, even the ones who are trying to do it legit. And it also gives these corporations an excuse to squeeze through. And I will sail the seven seas. Same here. But it's not just them, mister. It's everywhere. It's on eBay as well. It's on eBay. So, right, like, make sure I'm not... It's on eBay. I found it on Etsy. Etsy. Selling accounts like this. So if we put Cyberpunk in, right? Cyberpunk 77. Right. That's coming up with everything. Let's just bang PC in. So PC. Here we go. It's right there. Number 1. Right. So he sold 16 of them, and he's got 5 more available. And I think this is absolutely disgusting. And Instant Gaming, yeah, see, reputable. But you're buying the key. This is an account. Hi, when you buy this product, you will receive a Steam account. You see, account, not key, not a CD key. It's a Steam account. So, you know, like where you log in as in, oh, my account is, I don't know, my name 1, and you enter your password in. And then you get your CD key in, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, B, C, D, and then there you go, your game's activated. They send you a predetermined account with this one game on it. That's my problem. It's not a key. Accounts are protected, which is bull. Information never changes, which is bull. Cannot be changed, which is bull. Accounts, there is an activation for one single PC. If you have a second computer, you must reorder. Bull. Accounts are only support offline modes. So if it only supports offline modes, how do you get into the account to do anything with it? You know what I mean? Accounts are lifetime warranted and personal. That's a load of rubbish. Oh, it's time for bed, mate. But yeah, it's real dodgy. I'm just going to say goodnight to my son. Just 1 second, and then I'll answer your other question. Thanks, bud. Have you ever thought about any other games and stuff? Actually. If you watch Marty at Nans or something, make sure they're not around either, okay? Your best bet is like if you slide your tablet, you give it to your brother, didn't you? Your tablet. You had a tablet, you give it to your brother, because he broke his. Best off down here or something, okay? Well, not necessarily me, but you can watch it down here, man. Yeah? Alright, I love you to pieces. Yep. It will force DRM only. Now, there's another thing that really knacked me, and it's the last thing I'll show you. Just let me get a new web page up. So let me go to YouTube. And then your channel. And then click on that one. Where's my rant? I think it might have been in the shorts that I did it. No, here we go. This is why I have issue with Paradox. And don't get me wrong, I also have issue with Creative Assembly. But just give that a watch there, Lucas. Anyway, it's basically rent a game directly from Paradox for $3.99 a month. You can't do that with a strategy game. And as I've said in that, what you notice that's going on, you see how all these games are getting more and more expensive. And because they're getting more and more expensive, they're going to be pushing you more and more and more onto the subscriptions like Xbox, Game Pass, like PSN now. And then what's going to happen is all these places where you can buy CD keys from, like all these websites we've been talking about, they'll say that they're now illegal and they're bad and they're costing them too much money. So they come banned, so you can only buy them directly. Then they'll say no buggers buying physical media. So then they stop doing that. So then you know what? It's subscription only. And then what's going to happen to subscription only is that price every month is going to turn into the same price that the physical copy would have cost you, but you're paying that every month to access that, you know, that online library. You own nothing. Game preservation's just gone out the window, and I hate it. I hate this whole corporate greed. But the problem is that these CD keys websites are not helping their own cause by not moderating what's getting sold on there, especially those accounts. And I can't believe I found one on Etsy, which is for people selling, you know, their own little creations and people who are good crafting stuff like me missus does. It's ridiculous. Because I'm knackered that you've got to buy blood and gore for this. It doesn't come automatically, and it's all Total Wars, and that takes me back to the old days of expansion packs, releasing games that actually work, not pre-access. What is it? Pre-access? What's it called now? Before you can buy the game pre-access, is it? It's not. You're not buying into the alpha or the beta, but it's not a full game when they release it. Early access. Early access. Every publisher will have its subscription. It started, mister. It started. And because everyone said, oh, leave off, you know, when, you know, Todd Howard released the horse armor. Leave off. It's not going to take, you know, it's not going to take off. That bloody piece of horse armor without people flipping it rather than, you know, losing it. They laughed at the situation. If they would have flipped the lid, we wouldn't have had this horrible DLC situation. And it drives me bonkers. And I love this hobby, by the way. The only company... There's a couple of companies that I think have always done DLC right. And I can't believe I'm actually going to say one of these because it was in their earlier days. One was GTA. Rockstar. Not now. Not now. But, you know what? They did like Ballad of Gay Tony. The Bikers. The Undead Red Dead Redemption stuff. Superb. That was an expansion pack level of stuff. Yeah, they took a massive dump on Red Dead Redemption 2 because it was all about GTA Online and milking everyone. The other one was CD Projekt Red, even though they ballsed up with Cyberpunk, what they did with The Witcher, with those two DLCs. Yeah. But it's like, if you think back, and again, I need to stop ranting. My first strategy game was June. Then I moved on to the Command & Conquer series. And they... remember, I think it was Command & Conquer Aftermath expansion packs. And then I played, I think I recall Icewind Dale. And that had an expansion pack. Not DLC. A full-fledged expansion pack. Expansion pack. You know, actually expanded the game. Not this little dribble where you can milk everyone. Because don't get me started on Total War, because I go that far back. I remember playing the original Rome Total War, and this gave the game much more replayability. So you'd start the game, you'd have Rome and a handful of other factions. You couldn't play Carthage. Do you know how you played Carthage? You killed them, and that unlocked them. You didn't go online, you didn't buy them, there was no gore to buy, no nothing like that. You know, games actually had more meaning to it, and like these other games where it's like, hey, some new DLC, what is it? Here's 2 new classes that we could have included in the base game, but we just thought balls to you. Because I remember when one of the Street Fighters was getting released, and the characters were already on the disc. It wasn't even new content. They just wanted to milk the players that much more. And it annoys me. I understand that corporations need to make money. I understand that companies need to make money. Don't get me wrong. But they don't need to make all the money. They need to build themselves a good product and build upon a reputation and build a loyal customer base that way. New games releasing is BS. It is. That's BS. DLC's BS. I think it should be expansion packs. Don't get me started on gambling. Don't get me started on where these individual companies are trying to rent the games. And all this jacking up of the base game. Honestly, inflation. They've been saying that, you know, costs of games have been going up for forever. And they've been looking for an excuse. Inflation is just the icing on the cake, because I can guarantee you, if this inflation period never happened, they would have still gone and found some other excuse to jack it up. And I hate it. Second, when you finish the game, I love things like that. I love things like that. Or you had to hit certain criteria and all the rest of that stuff. Anyway, rant over. And like, word of rant, and last thing I'll say, word was mourning about Sony. So he's a governor, isn't he? Sony with these esports controller. If they were serious about esports, they just enable mouse and keyboard. Because people say, oh, but there's tournaments where they're enabled. Well, what you do is, if I was doing a professional PlayStation 5 tournament, to get those professionals in, it's already an extreme niche, an extreme, you know, highly competitive people who'd be able to play it. So to expand the amount of people that I'd have, I wouldn't say that you need to have this expensive esports controller. I'd say it's the standard controller, because you've got a broader audience. And the fact that you can pick up a DualShock for like under 40 quid on sale with this new one, it's insane money. And the new VR Sony's releasing costs more than the base PlayStation 5, and it's just nutty numbers. Who's this fella? He's a general. Where is he?
Ready for orders.
You need to get your ass kicked out. This could chew through me money as well, because we're getting rid of governors. Other, his loyalty's 4 at least. We don't know about these other fellas just yet, so let's grab him in.
We hunger for battle.
Right, so where is the edge of my empire, particularly where I want to get people murdered over the shortest amount of distance? I'd say it's going to be here. So we want to go that one. Right, his loyalties 2. Reinstate a legacy. I'll be having that, please.
Fleet reporting.
Good. Right. Starting at the top. You, sir, are a governor. I paid €75 for an Xbox controller. It's mad. €75. Have you seen the price of the PlayStation one? It's 200 and odd quid. 200 odd quid. Do you want to see the controller that I still use for PC gaming to this day? And it's still fine. It squeaks. And I've rubbed there's like these little bumps that were on it. I've rubbed them off. Xbox 360 wired controller. It's older than my teenage son. And it still works. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And all these people who go haptic feedback and all this other little vibration stuff, it's a load of rubbish. Haptic feedback, I'm sorry, it's a load of rubbish. It's a marketing gimmick. It's like these people who do monitors and saying it's zero latency. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because what they do to get to that zero latency, they cause all the ghosting and all the rest of it, and there's all other factors playing into it. It's a complete mess. It's a load of bull. And all it is, it's to get bloody customers. Oh yeah, it's zero latency. Let's get that. Woo! Right, you are to secure his loyalty. You, sir, can have a job to try and get that sorted as well. You can't get a job, so we need to kick him out. And this will cost me. Right. So, all mine is a basic Xbox 360 controller. And I cannot tell the difference between the PlayStation 4 controller and the PlayStation 5 controller. Nope. It's minuscule. Kick him out. But he's an administrator, so we'll at least get that 3% tax. Because for PC, the only difference is I don't have Bluetooth. It's not too bad of a sting, actually. Right then, so back to this. Who are you? He's a general in Nabo, and it's 3. We need to get his information. We need to kick him up the ass, and we can only plonk this handler in for now. Then we go back into the details, which is no, this one. I used a wired 360 controller. Mine sounds like it needs oiling on the left trigger. But I can go on the 360 controller. I can go on most of my controllers and tell no difference between them. Seriously. What I don't like is the Switch controller. It's tiny. You know them Joy-Cons? He needs a job now. He's here. Valens. So, let's get ready for murder. We'll recruit him right here. I would like to recruit... Oh no, we're full on the navies now. Crap. Okay. So... What's your loyalty? That's the wrong button. This one. But yeah, for a gaming tournament, I wouldn't let people use all these esports controllers because you're already narrowing who can take part. I'd say it's the standard PlayStation. All monitors would be the same. All controllers would be the same. All the screen sizes would be the bloody same. Because I want the only variation to be allowed is based upon skill, not your equipment. And I want to appeal to a much broader audience, which is standard controller anyway. I just see it as greed. His loyalty by 5, so yeah, I can actually get rid of him. So then I can come back down here and then recruit. There's no available candidates. Are you jeffing? What about the statesman? Oh, he's on the move, isn't he? Alright, so I can wait till next turn anyway. But then that also means if there's no candidates that I can't recruit, this place is in trouble. That means that I can't recruit a general because there's no one here. Which is pretty crap. Right, you come here for a turn. I'm trying to iron that out. Okay. So, the way that we're doing this is... this fella is getting up to a 20 stack and starting to migrate down here to deal with these Hun sods. Unfortunately, that might mean that they'll disembark and come and siege me up as well, because I pulled this fella back to try and give them a little bit of health should they decide to attack. But I need a land army down here because they've been keeping them at bay, but I don't know how many turns where now they can bloody run amok. Back to me lists. And what I want to do is make sure that we've got no more naughty generals and all the rest of it in power. He's a governor. Why is he kicking off? Give me his details. Right, so it's that one, and it's the Ligurian governor, isn't it? Yeah, it's him. How the hell do I kick him out? Liguria. Yeah, it's him. No, he's not. No, he's hiding. I can probably click on one of these. I'll show you in a sec. The volley his ass out. Yep. Money will be like 4.5 grand ish. And I've got no new candidates to shove in the job for now. Oh no, it's not too bad. Can we see him? No. No. He's up here. Where is he? Why isn't it showing the factions? It's this one maybe? Yeah.
Sure you have many pleasantries for me.
Yeah, shut up for a minute. There he is. He's right there in the Quadians territory again. He just sits there hiding, but I don't know how long. Right, let's start going through this list.
My sword is yours.
Right, ignore that. I want you to get your ass down here because we need to keep an eye on the Eastern Romans. What am I going to do with you? Can you just stand there, really? Because I'm hoping that... Here's a question. You've got two armies moving, right? And they move. You knock into each other. You start moving. There is... Oh, it is, Lucas. It's Rome 2.5. It's like how... Hannibal at the Gates is to Rome 2. You know? Anyway. So, two armies run at each other. They stop dead. And they can't get past each other. Because this is a pretty tiny passage. So, would it be fair to say, if my spy was to walk into an army, it'd stop moving, and that includes the enemy, because it's Rome 2 with extra stuff and a little bit harder. Yes, yes, exactly, it's Rome 2.5. So I'm thinking, if that was true, I could put an agent there, which would mean that this army would be free to move. And if I put another agent right there and another one in... It wouldn't work over this side, actually. It could work there, but it wouldn't work here, so I'd still actually need him to defend both sides. But here could definitely work, because I'm thinking, well, as soon as he died, they'd just zerg down south, but it'd be worth even putting two agents there to make sure that they were okay. But I don't know if that theory would work, because the best way to do it is, right, can you move like that?
As you
Right, I need to slow things down now.
Commander. Ready for
No, it doesn't work like that. If that was two armies, they would have bumped off each other. Worthwhile test, though.
Treading softly.
There you go.
Orders.
How can
Bit of
I
a theory to test out. It's pretty
assist
decent.
you?
We're only making 5 grand next turn, so just deploy yourself.
I protect Rome's citizens.
Right. Yeah, you're keeping an eye on all this carnage, aren't you?
Swift.
See what I mean?
Silent.
Spammage. And what I don't like, I would love an Empire too. So would I. My hopes is, because I'm not a fan of Warhammer, you know, the whole magic and how, like, one of their abilities can wipe out, like, units and all the rest of it. I'm more of hammer anvil, develop tactics, etc. And you need to evolve the battlefield rather than just one button and it's nuking stuff. And the importance of the general, you've got to consider his geographical location. Because, like, some of the factions in Warhammer, you send your general in first and to take all the damage, and it's... I don't like that. And people say there's mods to change that, but that's not the point. Mods, and I've always said this, mods should always enhance and never fix anything. Yeah. But my two places that I want to go is Empire 2, but I'd want it around the American Civil War, the Confederates and all that, which is too crazy at the moment, politics-wise, for them ever to do. The other one is Medieval 3. Let's have a look then what you're doing here. You come a little bit further down then.
As you command. Seeking the enemy.
I don't like how the magic mechanics, and don't get me wrong, the variation in the units and the way they look, and even within some factions, is gorgeous. The way that the map changes, like you've got your desert region here, and you know, you got to admit it's a lot more pretty than where we just go, right, look, there's a bit of snow, there's Constantinople, there's a bit more snow, oh, desert. You know, the map is a much more defined. You can see major geographical locations as they change and blend, you know, as the transition from even the chaos wastes into more built up areas. You can see that the geography changing dramatically as you get through it, and I do love that. People of Warhammer Modern Classic, I'm not in that camp. The thing is, though, I do love Warhammer, but I love the classics. I love history a hell of a lot bloody more. My fear is that the next Total War is going to be 40k, say, like, I don't know, take the planet from, because you wouldn't think, you know, going from planet to planet and space in between, even though I think that'd be pretty damn cool. So, you know, say, like, that's one planet, that's another planet you can fly across. I think it's going to be planet Aurelia, say, like, from the other ones, and then you just have all your different factions scrapping on it in sci-fi setting, and I don't want it. I hate Warhammer. It depends, though. I like the 4X strategy games, or whatever they're called, the ones like XCOM. I like, what's the other one? Space Marine. Yeah. But it's even last rant, and I'm getting ready to end turn and focusing on this for a minute. I love anything medieval because I want to play through as well. What's it called? Kingdom Come Deliverance. You know, that medieval setting and knights and all that sort of stuff. I don't think there's enough games based around that period. But then I can't stand the Paradox's strategy games because I feel like it's a spreadsheet simulator and there's no fighting that you control directly over. There's not much. Total War's got a very big niche to itself. But there's no competition in this specific category. You know what I mean? If not historical Total War, I would like a Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings will not do it. The Tolkien family and nut jobs. Yeah, I love Kingdom Come. Yeah, I want to play through it. I'm going to do it on a very hard one where you can't see the reticle. I think I'm just missing a little bit of DLC. Right, yeah, you're defending against all that stuff. You're under siege, so you're not doing anything because you're only that. Right, that's fine. We're going to get you murdered. Don't worry, chap. You're building up. My biggest fear is this. I'm hoping that they might try and spread out and then come down here, and then the next turn we might be able to do something. Right, are we still at war with the world? Have we met anyone new? No, we're still at war with the world. Because honestly, I wanted this done. Because this month... Let's see if we can give anyone a job. Give him a job. This month, I want to go back to Warcraft, which I said I was going back to for I don't know how long, and I've not done it because I want to do raiding groups and Mythic Plus with Jews lot. Gotta go, lad. Nice one, Lucas. I'll see you later, bud. You're always welcome. And I've just not got around to it, and I've just picked up, what's it called? Cyberpunk. I tried playing some Zelda, you know, not Twilight Princess. The one on the Switch. I think it's crap. Here's another one for you before I'll get ending turn before I tell you this point, right? Not gonna be popular. But we'll see what you think. See if he's in the same camp as me. Right, we're sorting your loyalty. Aren't we? No, because it looks like we can only do one at a time. Can you see? Right. Well, saying that, shoving him in there shut out that loyalty. Then we'll worry about that. Right, all that's doing its stuff. He's recruiting to move down there. We'll see what happens up there. Medieval dynasty. I have not. Right, I'm going to end turn here. General, I want that extra cunning to give me cheaper units. Doesn't matter about that. Start moving across here. I'm not worrying about the cards on the retainers, I think they're called. Right, hot take now, and this ain't gonna be popular. Okay, so you've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've never been more bored out my tree in my life. You can get the horse to run to the other location while you're waiting to do the next mission. And you know what I was doing? And I'm not this type of person. I was flicking on my phone. I'm not a phone flicker. I like to play the games that I'm involved with. Right? Oh, fuck. Right. Can you just go die? Block user on YouTube. There we go. And add to the block list. Anyway. Now, I thought that was exclusive. I can, yeah. I block him, but I keep getting different bots. So the only thing I can do is do what I've just done. And I do apologize. So, think how vast and open world, you know, Valhalla was. I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. It was for my son for either his birthday or Christmas. God, I hated it. I had fun being a Viking. I had fun landing the ships. But running in between locations, I just pressed it on auto. And I thought that problem was exclusive to Valhalla. It's not. I had the same feelings when playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and people love it. And you ready for the big kicker? You ready for this? I have played From Software games since Otogi Myth of Demons back on the Dreamcast. I think, in personal opinion, the Elden Ring is the worst one that they've done to date. I'm a Bloodborne fan. No, I know it is. Do you know why I can't stick Elden Ring? And it does my head in. The open world is so boring. You're running from point A to point B, and I am bored. You know? I understand creating a world, and bots there everywhere. They certainly are, Smurf. And running from point A to point B bores the shit out of me. Now, there's one open world game. I adore it. I do not get bored. You don't have towers to feckin' run up to reveal the map or anything like that. I think The Witcher 3 did it absolutely bob on the money. But I cannot stick open world games because all they're doing, they're making the world that far apart. So trekking from point A to point B is long, so they can extend the life of the game artificially, and it drives me up the wall. And I know people are gonna go on and on and on and on and on and on about Elden Ring, on how you get the horse pretty much early on, which you do, or whatever, the goat looking thing you do, but it's so boring, man. And I know that you can jump off a cliff and have a look down there, but the whole just shrink the worlds, make them smaller, but more packed and lively. You know? There's just... it's just open territory and nothing there, you know? And you get bored and you run for a good bit, and then you might find a little camp of a few enemies, kill them off, run and find another little bit. But then it's just... once you go back there again, it's tedious. It's tedious, and that's where I like the whole warping in the other Soulborne's game. You know, why you'd warp around. I thought that was great. But with The Witcher 3, it was so concentrated. And then, I don't know, it just felt more alive. And more was going on. And I don't know, the only open world game I've really been drawn to and not bored out my head is The Witcher 3, because on GTA, as soon as I could get taxis, I was on the phone getting them to drop me off everywhere. I got bored. I flew around the map a couple of times after that, bored, you know. And I don't think it's just me, because it's like, I don't know, do you get the same sensation from open world games like that? It just doesn't draw me in. But yeah, it's... oh, and don't get me started on Elden Ring when it was first released, and it was complete crap on PC. It was a flicker fest, and then everyone's still defending it to this day. Games should be released in pristine content. Now, some of my favourite games are Nier, you know, the Nier Automata, the Nier Replicant, and the fact that you've got to use mods to unlock the frame rates is diabolical, and they should be slapped across the face for taking advantage of the PC market. Hang on, I'm ringing. Give me one sec. What's going on here? It's probably my missus telling me to shut my face. Oh, I'm loud. Matty can't sleep. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I need to shut up. I'm being too passionate. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Me 6-year-old's trying to get his head down, and there's me bloody ranting. Okay, but yeah, that's it. I can't stand open world games, man. Unless they're because I think it's an art form. You don't just put lots and lots of land for people to run across and call it content. Anywho. Oh, bloody hell. Governor. That's another governor that we need to kick out.
Orders.
That's another general that we need to kick out. Right, so first things first, while we start dealing with all these troublemakers. That actually went quite well. I thought we'd be much... What's going on here?
Commander.
Right, can you get your ass down here? You can go die.
Your orders.
Right, thank you. That's one more problem dealt with. Because if you kill the general that way, it doesn't have political implications. Where assassinating them and getting caught has major bad stuff going on. Okay. So this bloke, I want to go see him. What is he? He's a general. Give me his information. Can I even kick him out?
Ready for orders.
I think I'm pressing a load of wrong bloody buttons here. Right, yeah, we're going to get you murdered in a minute. Don't worry about him. Right, so, general. It's not that one. This one. There it is. There's the button. His loyalty's 4 and I don't have to pay for it. I'd rather pay for it and get some solid new loyalty in. Hey, this fella's 7 for Christ's sake.
Commander.
Right. So let's go back to this screen. Now this other fella, Bibulus. He is a governor. So I want to get Bibulus's information up. So he is a governor, Bibulus. Right, kick him up the ass. Then I need to... I think you'll enjoy a Plague's... You know what Plague's Tale Innocence? I played it ever so briefly when it was on Xbox Game Pass, but it left. I recommended it to me missus because they've added the Plague Tale, whatever the new one is. Now, can I then recruit all these troublesome people? I want you to reinstate a legacy. I want you in the boat.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
Yeah. I want to try it. I remember trying... What's the game called? I'm going to call it Phoenix Down, but a Phoenix Down's a bloody res item in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7. The latest one. I know it deviates from the original story, but I love it, even with all its problems. And I want the new one for Christmas, where Zack comes into it. What's that game called? Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn. I like the world in that. And that's open world. Alright, we're still at war with everyone. Let's carry on politically. But yeah, I wanted to get this done. I thought this challenge would have been done now because I want to get to... But I want to kill him off. His loyalty is only 4. I think I might do. I think I might just start getting rid of all these 4s and everything else. Just clear all the baggage, you know? Right, yeah, I've got to pay for it, but at least it'd be dead. 5. I think I'm going to start maintaining like a minimum loyalty base of 5, or at least as close to as I can. I really wanted to play Cyberpunk tonight, but it's such a whopping file. I've only managed to download like 60% of it. Okay, now the biggest problem that we're having now is this. How much food you got? I think you're alright for like 9 turns. And it's what's going to go on here in the meantime. So where is he? He's there. All that's buggered off, which is absolutely marvellous news. They've all gone up here now. What I find crazy though is if I was to find Attila, I'm not allowed to assassinate him. I'm not allowed to assassinate him. Why the hell, I was going to say, why the hell can't you move? But it's because you can't recruit those two because it was the governor that actually allowed me to do that. Alright. I'd like to recruit 2 more. What I'll probably do is bring this fella down south, deal with this Hun problem. This fella is probably going to come down here. Right, so we need... It's time for that to die, and then we can assess the situation. This is still unhappy, man. And we sorted the food situation. It's still being pissy. Taxes, difficulty level, religious differences, and political situation. What political situation? Do any of you understand what political situation? Imperial allegiance, cultural. It's because of this, isn't it? Public order -3, man. That's nasty. I'd say then, after testing all this, ideally is... That's minus money as well. If you can take the public order hit, go for that one. This is horrible. And we're getting bonus taxes. Alrighty, let's see if we can promote anyone and see if we've got any issues anywhere, because I want to plonk a couple of governors in. He's still got issues. So I need you. You can actually adopt. I don't want you to adopt, because if you were to adopt, that'd go up. Right. And you... Oh, hang on, you can arrange them. No, I don't want you to do that, because if we was to arrange a marriage, say to one of these, she'd leave, and then I can't use a point. It's only the ones that are actually family members can you do it. Secure that on him. Right, I am trying to sort this fella. Alright, all that's fine. I think this is going to be pretty much a shorter turn than usual. Oh no, wait, what I want to do then is click on here, and I'm allowed 2 more governors. And the way that we're going to do this is these are happy by 11, and we're absolutely spamming them with armies, and that's the way it's just going to be for the foreseeable future. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting the governors down here just to get that extra bit of happiness, which might allow me to move this army that I've got round here down, and maybe trying to start conquering down in this part of the world. So we want Africa and Libya indefinitely. So what's your loyalty like, boys? Or do we got to get you killed? Right, so can you go to Africa? And can you go to Libya? Then the only ones that we've got left is there's one at Liguria which can get kicked out. And another one at Italia which cannot get kicked out because we're at -7, and I'm thinking it may have something to do with this git. But for now, I need to get this map back up, and I need to remember this fella's name. Oh, I want to check these islands while I'm at it. Am I still being too loud? No, she's not messaged me back. Okay, thank God. I was just a bit too over the top and passionate. So let me then go back to this menu, and I need to go to this one. Governor at Nabo. His name is Marvelous. Marvelous. Right. So Marvelous is the governor here. So what I want to do is click on Marvelous. It's a shame you can't move him. You've got to actually kick him out. Right, can I then kick him out? And then can I instantly move him? Was Marvelous? No, he's going back. So then I'm going to be putting a governor there, and I put him in the wrong bloody place as well. It was meant to be back here. I'm trying to cover all this with governors so we can keep on progressing east. So where is he? You're in Libya. I thought that was Libya, you see. It's not. It's Tripolantia. Kick him out. You'll have a job again next turn. I'm sorry. So we've got him in Africa, which is great. That place is only happy by 1. That's negative numbers, which is scary Murray. Which I'm convinced has something to do with this. Right, now here. We can't tell the results until this fella's dead.
For death and honor!
And then we need to put in place the edict.
Wipe them out!
The hardest thing that I'm finding is finding my voice and audience on YouTube, because I'm doing the playthrough of Rome 2 as Masali, but the
Men,
let's play, shall we say, hang on, we've got a governor in here. What is it? That one, isn't it?
ready for orders.
And then you go all the way to there, here. Right, you're just gonna have to go sit in there for a minute, mate.
At your command.
Gotta be religious stuff. People just don't watch Let's Plays anymore. It's dead. It's either highly edited gameplays, or they watch people. It's like a one-off episode, you know, where it's like, let's have a quick summary of this, and that's one video. It's not the whole thing all the way through, which I can't stand. And then they move on to somewhere else. But for me to learn something the way I like it in and out, it needs more than just a quick overview. The only thing that I do quick overviews of in this is maybe a mod. But again, you're still not getting the core mechanics. The only other thing is, because the videos that I've released, you know, where I've been ranting about PlayStation and renting games and all that, they've done insanely well in comparison, and it takes a fraction of the effort, which I don't like. What's this do? Oh, that's me economy dead. That's gone to 5. We do have a little bit of cash that we can invest here. Now that is 10. Unfortunately, it's very poor around here in terms of food production. I don't know if us holding on to this is actually crippling us. But we had to go somewhere to try and expand. Now that's just going to up the old squalor, isn't it? And add absolutely sod all in terms of food. What is this place? It's a sheep flock. What if I was to convert you then to a cattle one? So that's what, 40? 30. So you'd add like an extra 10, I suppose. But as these should be completely unhindered by the fact that they're so crap. So maybe they've got to keep these pure basic and then just build up everywhere else. It's what's going to cost me. They're waiting for this fella to land, and then they're probably going to siege me up here.
It is an honor to serve Rome. For honor.
Let's get them murdered in a minute. What the hell are you doing? Can I hit him on the head?
Ready for orders.
No. We're still getting sieged up next turn.
I will do
Right.
anything.
Let's move down.
My
What's
sword
going on
is
here?
yours.
Nothing.
How can I assist you further?
I need an additional army down here to keep pushing against all this. Lajoniga? Don't know. Lajoniga? No idea. Lajoniga? No idea. Lajoniga? Nope. You? Nope. Because I'm hoping that us taking Ptolemaeus, that's the large organ making facility. I don't know whether or not to cancel that, because what's the food generation in this area? It's 70. Well, that's only going up to rank 2. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine to do. Alright. Once we've dealt with that, that army comes down. That's all good. Now, am I allowed to recruit another army before we do anything? He's just a statesman, isn't he? Yes, we are. Now, that statement's returning. What's your name, mate? Asalia is returning as well. You should be in the Navy, which he is. Make sure he's in the right one.
Ready
Yeah.
for orders.
So he's down there kicking off. Have we got anyone else kicking off now? No, but we're still killing him over there. Where do I recruit this additional army? I'm thinking literally down here in the desert. Because who knows when I move this army down south, deal with the Huns. How long will it take me to get down south? And if another emergency is not erupt with all this bloody massing in the Alps. But I do think here will be the best location for this new army. And lucky for us, we've only got one left. Reinstate. Yes.
Commander,
That's going bye-bye.
get to it, men.
Yep.
It is a great and glorious thing to die.
So
for
what
all.
I'm going to do now is check our taxing policy. There's 2 places untaxed. Which this place is happy, but it's about to kick off anyway, so we might as well get it taxed. And taxing it has made... Oh, it's made a lot of difference. Tripolantia. What happens if I was to tax this place? Would you still kick off next turn? Or I might just take the hit for this one turn and then drop it on the next? 27. That can take the hit. 17. So that's what? That'd be 89. That can take the hit as well. Okay. These are proving a swine to get happy. It's the religious problem. I just hope that this area can finally shut the hell up once we get the governors in. Because this fella is just literally dancing back and forth and doing bugger all. And what I'm hoping to do is just bring him down here quite quickly and plonk him back up there. So this fella, he's already stacked. Oh, but it's pretty crap. Alright, anyway. I do. I need that army down here. Does it need any more recruiting? I think we're doing it en route, aren't we? Yep. Be war with the world. That we are. Let's go. Do it. Governor. I want that corruption reduced. Anything here in terms of money. Campaign, construction, wealth, research rate for military stuff. Military. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just give him that. Another governor. Oh, I haven't got any disabilities. I think I only did that. Yeah, we only filled that out by 1. What's this? Tax rate. Yes, please. And end the turn. It's because I can't untax the regions and keep them happy because I've got no economy. I have got 0 economy. You know what I've not done? Looked at victory conditions. I ain't done it. Oh, this turned into a slideshow. So, you know, I'm gonna, at the end of this turn, I'm just gonna have a nosy what victory conditions. Oh, here we go. This is slowing down. This is fight time. Alamans. Here we go then. What have you got? The pikeman is definitely going to be a pain in the ass, as is the axe warrior, but I've got a lot of archers to mess it up. That's fine. What's my garrison? My garrison should be fine by now, sure. No, it's not. It's getting there, but these will take the brunt of the attack. And what have you got supporting? There we go. That's a bit of pain as well. Here's the thing, though. The Alamans, even though it sounds like I'm trying to say M&Ms, why would you just not build any of this up? Oh, Christ. Okay, let's go for a fight. Right, so it's this shit town. We don't have any outer walls yet. the tax system. It's generating enough money to support the armies that I've got. Because yes, I could disband a load, but then I wouldn't be able to maintain the borders that I've got against all these enemies. And I just don't understand where my economy's gone. And it's not through corruption yet.
Grouped and awaiting orders.
Right, where are you coming at me from? You're coming at me from over there, so that's that blocked. Now, as you can see, the way that the army's divided. Am I in the way? Yes, I am, but you can still tell. At the end of these 4 onagers, that's all the garrison. That's all the main army to the... So if I inflict all the damage on this, my army's still primed and ready to go should anything kick off. And they automatically replenish without me investing any money. Well, that costs me big time. Even though I'm not bothered about the mercenaries, and I'm hoping to have fun with all these onagers. So the way we're going to do it, we're going to grab you into group 1, which is done. What are you? Are you on horses? Of course you are. Right, you're hiding behind there then. Then... I don't know whether to go for 2 or 3 with a pike support. You know what, sod it, I will. So for here, we're going to go for 2 of these. Leave a little bit of a gap between them. Because what I hate is that in between. So if I press Control and Up, you get rid of the gap somewhat. Then I want you to get ready to reinforce them. Amazes me that barbarians are now pikemen, even though it came from Greece. Then I'm gonna get all this roughage, group that together, and that lot's gonna defend here. No, you can't do it like that. Go from here to here then. And then merge. Then I'm going to get you to jump on the wall. And then these 3 get grouped. And then I want those 2 just to come behind here as well. Now, I need to sort out our main force. This is our actual units. You my good man. I'm just going to go there. These are going to come here and go into Testudo instantly. Oh, I've got such an itchy nose, man. You know what I am? It's just all through it. Right, then you're going to come down here a little bit. Whoa, why is that going all weird? Like, he's going to place him there. No, no. What games I do love, and I don't know if they're classed as open world, but I love the Yakuza games. The Yakuza games are brilliant. Plus, I think something else I do want to talk about, I think that's the natural evolution of Shenmue. It became the Yakuza series. Because I love Shenmue 1 and 2. I was one of them who waited forever for Shenmue 3. I even crowdfunded it. But I heard that it's absolutely garbage. I've not played it. I don't know if I want one of me bloody childhood dreams to be destroyed. And believe it or not, the Dreamcast is one of my... I think it's my all-time favourite console. Because you had Skies of Arcadia. You had Phantasy Star Online, which was just, that's the first time I ever, played online with others. I even remember me Luke getting ninjured by someone called Babu in the town centre. He had a big green afro, and I chased him down over servers, kicking off at him, calling him a thief, and all the rest of it, and all he did was laugh at me. Lesson learnt for World of Warcraft. Let's move you forward a little bit. Will you just listen to me? I've honestly thought about emulating the Dreamcast, because what you can do is emulate the Dreamcast, play the original Phantasy Star Online, and still play it online with others through custom servers, which I thought would be absolutely amazing. High command only. I think I might be running out of numbers here, boys. Alright, you're on that side. You're on this side. And I loved Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, both Shenmue's, Power Stone, Skies of Arcadia, Resident Evil, and I'm not a Resident Evil fan, Code Veronica. It's, I really feel like, though, the Dreamcast was just misunderstood. Right, how are we gonna manage this? I had so many good memories on that Dreamcast. And then... what was it? I'm gonna have to move these back a little bit, and I also need to nominate someone to defend that. I'm gonna try and bung all my firepower here together just to like nuke this. I just need to see if we can actually fit it all in. What she said. If I could just bung that there. The reason I'm not putting it here is because I've actually seen cheeky sods like that fire over and snipe onagers at this side. The only other place I can think about shoving this one, maybe here, but then I'm going to move you down to there a little bit. And if we can get those grouped together, that'd be marvellous. And then moving them. Is emulation allowed on Twitch and YouTube? Yeah. That's something I would like to know. General's hiding. I need someone to block this. Just until we know where everyone is. Alright, 2. Yeah, you're blocking that. GameCube was amazing. The original Xbox, I love that for the original Halo and what it did for online gaming. I felt like the Xbox just built on what was... it was, in terms of online gaming, it went Dreamcast. What was it? And then the GameCube had something, but the Xbox perfected it. Even though I don't think you should pay for online, you shouldn't pay for online play. But then they moan about servers, yet PC gamers don't have to. Let's keep going. Let's get ready to start blowing all this up. And we're going with that one, that one, that one. And we are good to go. I don't think they've got any onagers in this lot. I feel like I've come to a point where I just can't expand. I didn't check victory conditions, did I? I remember being such a nerd for Dragon Ball back in the day, because there was no games for it in Europe, and this is, you know, before Budokai. I'm on about the PlayStation 1. I imported these Japanese games of it. Not a word of English. You just press the button menu and hope for the best, and I could never sort the difficulty out. It always kicked me ass. And oh, but the PlayStation though, it's I'm made up with something that Konami's actually doing. They're remaking or updating the Suikoden series, and I hate playing scary games because I got traumatized by the game they're actually remaking. Well, updating I should say, is Silent Hill 2, but I don't like that they've changed the voice actors. I really don't. It's all coming from down here. Right, let's slow down. They're all hidden. It's all here as well. I want to start with Group 6. They instantly need to lock down. Do you know, I hope these are not the ones with like poison arrows. All right, archers. I do love that when it works properly. That should melt them. It took 3 of them out. I'm not going to fire the Onagers until they start packing in here. I was about to say, oh my god, they've got me, but you know, they've not got me. That's already toasted. Archer's being stupid. Right, now what we do is focus everything we can on this fella. Right, so we pull him back. Archers. Righty. In fact, archers, we've got another important target. I hate headhunt. You can stay there for a bit. We're still okay. Well, in fact, they're coming in with all this now. I was going to charge all that down with my cavalry, but I'm idiotic to do so. There we go. We might be getting ready for the first volley. What are you doing? You don't need to do anything just yet with that then. Just leave them be. Right, they've charged in and I'm not really bothered. What you can do though is come down and support these because these buttholes have arrived. Now I click on the archers and tell them to focus the general because it was originally Rax Warrior. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this and I think it's going to be him that's the problem. They're near enough toast. That's just a suicide charge. Right, archers. He's alright. Look at all that bloody ranged over there, man. Right, we need to move. They've separated all that. Go kill them. And then I'm going to try and come back around here and pick all this off. Because that is dangerous. Right, archers. We've got a new target. God, I hate pikemen. Unless they're in my army. Look at this one just prancing, taking its sweet time. I don't know that coming for your head while you're trying to come up there, man. That must be one scary sight. That's just a lot of noise and range, isn't it? that's gone. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to come to the side and round. They've actually captured that. I don't know how the hell he's still alive.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied. Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Who? Who's ran? Who's give it legs? I honestly can't tell who's legged it. Cavalry? Should be able to crunch all this in a minute. How are you still going, pal? Come on, surely you can start clipping him. They even took that one over the swines. Here we go. What's we're going to have some damage over it. Why are they walking? Bloody hell, all the slingers. One big ass volley now on that should make it all run.
The general has been killed.
Good.
Excellent.
If that doesn't make you run for the hills, nothing will.
Mountain warband! Quickly now! Riders ready! Legio comitatenses! On duty, signore!
Okay, where's me pikeman? Because we need to run back and start swinging around this side to deal with all this. Have you killed it yet? No, I think we can actually speed up a smidge. No, we can't. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. The first kink in the chain, or whatever you want to call it. Right, you lot, just lock down. Right, army cav looking.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
Alright, it's just them. Don't worry about them. They're fine. Right, now I can speed up a little bit. Yeah, alright, legend. Right, just give me 1 sec. Right, chomp on them.
Enemy forces have destroyed
Siege map is brutal to defend. Oh, it is. It's pretty nuts. Well, you should be able to make him run instantly. I'm going to bring some relief here in 1 second.
Good news.
Slow it down. The biggest problem I'm having is because of this challenge, I need to keep my taxes on absolute max. And my archers have gone wandering into all this stuff. Lovely. Even though I can't stick them as it is.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Right, yeah, whatever. One I should be running in a second. All that's toasted. All that's a mass exodus, and we've won.
Godspeed good. We are moments away.
Let's have a better read. The siege map is brutal to defend with a small army on easier difficulties. Mate, it's a pain in the backside no matter what difficulty you're playing it on. Much worse on legendary no matter the size. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. We'll get hit here again. Right, take on the warriors. Thank you.
At your command.
But like I say, it's the economy that we're struggling with, and I'm not changing back to Christian because then our heartlands would have issue. What do you want? I think everything's still working. Yeah, we're taking over. I think this could easily be a 500 turn campaign. I wonder. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it for the plumbing, and I'm keeping it for the bonus versus the Huns religiously. Are we just getting sieged up now by the Eastern Romans?
I offer this more.
Shut up. Go away, Quadians.
We see little.
No. I'd love to have client states, man, but you've got to give them a peace treaty. What time's it? That's 10 to 11. To show him, right. Duty calls. This force needs leadership now. It's a commander. Is gone. Who will answer the call? Now he's an administrator. I've got set roles for these. Another administrator. Give him with the extra conning, because he'll make the troops cheaper. See, it's gone up. So now what I want to do is I kicked out all my original governors, because as we've seen, that it's down here where we've been having happiness issues. So let me start reinstating them, or well, moving them in terms of location. And we said Marvellius, something like that. Hate the respawning Huns after Attila. Oh, I know, man. It's driving me up the wall. Must be this bloke. He's telling me that he's a general. Ah, it is. It is. Right. So, we want to plonk him in Mauritania. Mauritania. Chuck this fella. Mauritania. So that goes up to 4 to 5. So move your AS to Mauritania. Right, thank you. Now, we want to chuck one in the Sahara. Right, so what's your qualifications, Mr. Statesman? You're pretty much equipped to be a general. And your friend? Thank you for the follow. What's your friend doing? Have you got tax? Oh, he's got tax. So I'm going to chuck this bloke into the Sahara. Unfortunately, with the situation that's going on at home, it's -7. I think it's because of these assholes raiding me. At least they've left off that, and I'm hoping by repairing this place, we might be able to do something. Now, I'm thinking if I come down here and just give them a big old crack on the head, just as long as they ain't large onagers, we might be okay. And another thing that I'm hoping for is if I can bring him round here.
Moving out. The sea beckons.
And then I get this fella to smack him on the head. He doesn't run off because he's right in the corner. Please, 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 please. Alright. Now, what? Okay, now we've got stream elements and owned doing it. I don't want to block owned. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is, if you wanted to make this a joke, you corner camp, which is a big temptation. What I'm thinking of actually doing is a bit of a pipe box. But the only bad thing is they'll be showing the backs to them potentially. You'll just shoot them right in the back. Because all you've got to do with this is just buckle down and make sure that you don't get chased in the rear. And given on how much we're getting cheesed, because we've got to go, but I enjoy this game, GG. I'll see you later, legend. Thanks for the follow. Because if you look in terms of the challenge, the only thing that doesn't apply here is Rule 8 now. All the others still do, which is I'll have to take advantage of the stupidity of the AI. So I'm thinking of parking my ass there or up there. Because you've seen the abuse of power of the AI just to dump this army in my lands, which I'm not impressed with, because we were chasing this army with me navy for what? Several turns. So why can't I just be just as arsey back? So the way that we're going to do this is there. Is he on foot still? Or is he a cabman? Yes, he's on horseback. I hate though in Rome 2. What I loved in Rome 2, you could pick what you wanted your general be from WRE. You'd play the Greeks, you could go pikemen, hoplites, you name it. With this one, you'd upgrade, you're stuffed. But then I needed to upgrade him to get to the other abilities that I wanted. Now, where can I hide these fellas without them getting absolutely banjaxed by these? What I might have to do, because that's all pure cavalry, is just retreat them. So I can save them for another rainy day. And the fact that I can only hire mercenary archers is really costing me. Is everyone here? Everyone's here. So 3, 2, 1. Because the thing is, even if these were on foot, if you've got onagers, it guarantees that the enemy charges you. Now these fellas, I'm just going to go stick them in the bushes over here. Right, so the only thing I'm a bit worried about is these getting into position, and I don't care if this is cheesing. The enemy's cheesed me enough. You know, that'll be fine. And think. You're not hidden. We're all hidden. Okay, so now I want you a little bit further back. Bunch them up. Get them on the side as well. Now if we just stand in Testudo for a while, we'll be okay. Click on that, click on that. I'm keeping this back like a bloody sly dog. Again, this army I will be pushing aggressively into Africa, even if the north gets sieged up, because I'm sick of not moving. But it's keeping the territory that's the biggest problem. Right, so just wait and then fire. There. Right, let's go.
Fire on the enemy.
They're just all glooping up. So I always thought, and I think I might be getting this mixed up with Rome 2. I always thought the Huns ran in a circle and you could activate an ability called the Cantabrian Circle. But I think that's Rome 2 ones for you. Now, if they were large Arnagers, I'd completely shred. Can you reach them? This is another thing that they need to sort out. Now, you see what have paused the game where all these red lines and everything are going everywhere. It looks like a bloody toddler's had a bit of a fun time with the red crayon. The enemy's area of fire is red. My area of fire is red, and it's hard to distinguish between the two. Can't they just make, right, the enemy's flag, there's red, make theirs red, mine's yellow, make mine yellow, you know what I mean? You can't fire on them, they're too far away.
Enemy units have been rallied.
You know what, we're going to kill them. We'll be fine.
It's turning in our favor.
Just keep on singeing them.
Their general has fallen.
That's it now.
Victory grows
It's just a
ever
matter of
nearer.
when, not if. And these are idiots.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Just bulk them up, will you? Oh, never mind. I'm going to lose them too. Whoopsies.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
Don't. It's only mercenaries. Never be a mercenary in my army.
Ammunition is spent and it can no longer fire.
Right, yeah, thank you. I just hope that this is a stack white for him. Because it's so wedged in the corner. I thought my artillery, not my artillery, my navy might have been able to back me up. That's nothing, that. I'll just mess around with the... Yeah, you can't chase him down, by the way. They'll siege one of these up and then I'll have a repair fee as well. But you can't go after him. I bloody hope he could, though. See?
March.
So what we got? We can recruit in the area. We can replace the pike. We've got an archer too, so the Balasari can go away. So we just go dink, dink, dink. I thought I was making doing 10 grand. That was obviously a lie. Right, we need to find out where these rebellions are imminent and see if we can do something about that or have something in the region that can prevent it. Or it might actually be to our advantage to have the actual rebellion. Sahara and Tripolantia, right? So Sahara. Right, yeah, we're stuck with that one. Tripolantia. Okay. Now, but it's going to be I'm trying to push down here slow and steady, you see. So are these still happy? That's happy by 1. Great. These are unhappy by 2, but we've not put this edict in place, which will push it up to 4. So that's going to go positive 2. All right. Now we do have 50 food coming in here. Is all this just going to piss everyone? Yeah, that's just going to piss everyone off. So we'll upgrade in this lot, but that's food consumption. We could push upgrade, say like that at Tingis for 10 food consumption, which would keep that at 40, and then up the public order by 2. It's not helping the economy, but it certainly helps secure this place. But again, we're still stuck with them. Like, look at that. But that'll keep on improving as the religious situation improves. Right, you're only happy by 1. If I was to do that, I bet you'll bloody flip your lid. Yep.
Set up the watch.
This place that's guaranteed kickoff. What's your food situation? It's 30, so if I was to go for something like that, that'd take 20 away from you. which would put you on 10. And we're not exactly upgrading any of this, which would increase the food situation because I have to be mindful of both that and this. So what happens if I was to go, oh, which one gives the most happiness? I'm going to have to come down with my money because of the way it's going. What I might have to do then is where I typically prefer these culture buildings for max tax. Or is it these ones? I might have to be looking at more of those ones with public order of 21. Even though it only gives 825 culture, just to sort the happiness out in the further away territories, rather than the Great Theatre, but that also provides paganism. So does that actually. Squalor 4, Squalor 2, food consumption's the same, but does produce an extra 4 Squalor. What about you? That's research. Now, I'm normally full of them in a normal campaign, just to get everything all researched, all done. Enable spies, none of that's relevant. Food, wealth, which is abysmal. Yeah, that's crap. Squalor, that's actually a public order penalty, but a shit ton of wealth. 2 bloody K. I think that. Because I would much. What I'd rather do is rather than having one mega expensive province, but it's always unhappy, I'd rather have a really happy one that produces less money so we can conquer more stuff. So it's an accumulation effect. If you get me. You get me. What we're researching, by the way, and I can check victory conditions. We are researching tact, if I remember. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're going into this tax one as well, because that's an additional 4% tax. Right, now, we want to get rid of these baddies. Go die. Just can't be bothered dealing with it. And the fact that we've got rebellions close, and people close to causing a civil war, the rebellions and those with wavering loyalty typically trigger a civil war, which we don't want. So get rid of the loose cannons. So if one of these does riot next turn, it'll just be rebels rather than a civil war, which if it's a civil war, you can instantly recruit best of the best units, even though that recruitment facility is just not in the region, which is really weird. Right, good. Let's be checking this because I don't want anyone kicking off the next turn. Good. That's marvellous. What about in my own family? Eesh. He's a pain in the ass. Right. Can someone try and sort him out? Seriously. Have you got... No, you're a governor. Yeah, you're a governor. You... No. Could be someone else who can, surely. Secure loyalty of this idiot. Right, then all the rest of them, I want to have a look if there's any jobs that we can give away. I very much doubt it. He's on 4. He's a governor. He's a statesman, which his loyalty issues have gone fine for the moment. So then, did we deal with that situation? Oh, right, let's get me list going then.
My sword is yours.
Right, push down here.
On the move. As you
I'm telling you, this army will push up with this, and all 4 of them I'll go for this fella. But I can't wait to have fun with these. Publius Lucilius. You just deploy down and keep an eye on them.
Discover nothing.
These, I've got a feeling, I'm going to siege this up next turn.
How can I assist?
Especially with me close to dealing with that Hunnic army there. If I push that south, they'll zerg everything against me up here because I'm struggling down south. Lavius. You come and tell me if there's anything else going on. It's more sinister up here. There's a tiller. I don't want to assassinate him.
I am a shadow.
Because if this kicks off, I want him to come at me so I can kill the bastard.
Your orders. I am done for now.
I just need to have enough money to be able to afford the siege up.
We hunger for battle.
Guaranteed rebellion incoming.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
What's going on back here then? So we can assess the situation before moving this army.
Ready for orders.
That's only happy by 1. So I don't know if it'd be more worthwhile to force march his ass down here and force march his back up this way. Because at least he's a full stack raring to go. I know we've got this lot that I could palm off to this fella.
Commander.
Right, can I force march you?
Faster. Curse you all.
Did have to try and survive for 1 turn without no bugger.
We hunger for
And watch your unhappiness. That's only 7 that can be done. You know what? Can I just like sail? No, that's you. Can't.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
That's them.
At your
I want this
command.
fella. Right, can you just go there?
I want hourly patrols.
They've still got that navy in there, so that'll be okay.
Commander.
Right, come here and dump off all these cheap ass units, which is that one, that one, that one, that one. I will snipe the camel. I will snipe 2 archers as well.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
There's sod all in the region, so I'll move to the other side.
At your command.
And then I would like to recruit.
Come. Fight for Rome.
And the turn after that, you can move here. And then... yeah, that's still safe. They're still doing whatever that is. But that's gone down to -2 now. It's weird. I'm hoping that then... because I used to be able to leave that undefended, believe it or not, and the only army that you needed here was that one.
Ready for orders.
But, you know, times have changed, and I think what's costed us... that little shit there raiding us.
At your service.
You assassinate him?
Death.
No, never mind. I'm convinced that's coming in for me next turn. I'd love to have an agent in this region and just plonk him right there to see if it could block him. But I think that that's literally what this fella's doing, is blocking all this. Alright, what's this
Your
doing?
orders.
And
Troops
you...
reporting.
alright, you're maintaining all that, okay.
At your command.
That's not an issue.
Commander.
What are you doing? Not an issue. You're going to have to really put your big boy pants on to defend against this, because you're going to have no help
Ready
for a while.
battle.
Yeah, we're waiting for the Eastern Romans to come and give me a slap in the face. Defending,
Hunger for battle.
defending.
At your command.
Same again. Right. What's the religion down here? Okay, that's the type of Christianity, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember the ones with the Greek-looking fellas with the big beards. Optic? No, not optics. Can't remember it. Orthodox. That's the word. Right, we're at war with everyone. Research is doing and stuff. Let's see the fallout. Right, can you go for the one that provides the most money? Bugger everything else. Not the most money, the most public order. Still gonna get a rebellion, I'm afraid. right? So it may be that on the next turn, this army might have to peel off and sort some of this stuff out, right? End turn.
Ready for battle.
Flavius is a general, so I want you coming down here for cheaper units. And is there anything in here for cheaper units? Integrity, fatigue, morale, public order, admiral, research rate. No, there's not. Right, just do that one then. Public order is not really needed up here. It's the ones down here that need the public order. You know what I could do? I know what I am going to do. Upkeep, melee infantry, maybe what it is. I am going to look up the governors in Africa and see if I can improve the happiness of the regions, especially the one who's kicking off by 20%. Or it might be better just accepting that, putting it on the other governor so I know that that province is safe, and then look at the other one to see if we can do the same. Yeah, sure, why not? Just do that then. So what I want to do now then is go into this mode and then click. Oh, hang on. We might be able to do something here as well. Are you a general? Governor, general, governor, admiral, general. You've already got the job, right? You got any other generals? General, can't get the job. General, no, you're a governor. Still jobs? Oh, you've already got one. Governor in the Sahara. We'll go through all that in a minute. Here we go, you can get a bump up. You can't even, you've already got one. There you go, you can have a job. And all these little jobs keep on increasing loyalty. He's getting a bit pissy now as well. And so is this fella. Have you got that trait though? No, wrong one. Where is he? There he is. Have you got that where it increases personal? Yeah, because I'm trying to get him married. Okay, so that's doing all that stuff. So what do I need to do? I was going to do another thing and it's completely gone. Oh, that's it. Governors. So. You. Mabellius. Mabellius. What's the name of this place anyway? Mauritania. So it's you. Right, I want your information. Right, I know there's something more we can do here. I don't care about the tax rate. I'd rather have the happiness in place. Public order and sanitation. Hell yeah. Anything else for public order? Right, fine. Anything else that we could remotely use? Yeah, that's more public order. Jesus. Just triple checking now. That's research rate. So I'll take that as well. Okay, brilliant. So now we know that this place is kicking off. Let's go talk to Skaver, which is you. Information. There should be that other one for public order, which is right there. Anything else for public order, like a twofer, that would be great, but happiness is the biggest issue. I wish there's a way that you could get more of these, or try and, you know, build your own, determine your own event pop up where you can try and sort out which ones come through so we could get more happiness ones if we wanted to get that authority up with, you know, just in case it does something. That's all we've got from them. Right, that's everything done there. That's everything done down that list too. Let's be ending the turn, and I'm convinced that's going to be a massive scrap with the Eastern Romans incoming, and the Huns are on the way to do it. Hang on. Last thing is, I'm going to say no. No more agents. Okay, let's go. They just go in the drink, or they just moving up and down the Scavians, or whatever they're called.
There's a time when warriors must sheathe.
Not allowed to. Whoa, what's going on with Attila there on his Jackie Jones? No other units. Is he building up another one and left another stack for another general to come at me? He goes, oh, we can't face the player because, you know, like if he attacks this fella, we're dead. Oh man, I'd love to. Skelvians, that's it. I don't know if they've just landed in the water. But the last stream, the Eastern Romans, I was at the stream before, even though they were in the first in terms of power, offered me, oh yeah, so they can go through, offered me to make them a client state. Please, 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 no large onagers, man. This is messed up. And that's mercenary spam that you see in there. Drives me up the bloody wall. And he's just running off. Coward. Letting all these armies do the work. You went to accompany your armies. It might even be negative food or some sort of negative income, which I hope not, because my armies will start suffering otherwise. First thing I'll get rid of is that navy over here, if it is. Can. Look what it does. Look what it does. Peace treaty. Otherwise, I'd love to. Yeah. Do you know, in Napoleon Total War, there is a This is Total War achievement by going through all these stories. Yeah, but it's called something else. I'm making 10 grand on him sieged up. That is so mad how it goes. It's such variation. Right, triple Lanciers, that one. Yeah. That 1% extra tax will probably end up going away in a minute. Right, so he still does have issue, and I think that family member will. So what is he? He's an admiral. I'm going to basically murder one of my own family members here now. And get him killed as well. Right, so... how many navies am I allowed now? One more? Two more? Okay. So the way we're going to do this then, we're going to pick our favourite spot in the world. Bloody hell. Look at the sheer spam of stuff I've got coming my way. And I can't see all these units because that fella is not a spy. Propaganda. Right, can you have a... no point having a pop at him because I want to start saving money. I want to get to at least 100k. I want to start doing stupid stuff. Right, right, that's just pure spam. He didn't siege us up, which is good. Now, word on this, a rebellion occurred back here. Of course, it bloody did. So that means that this fella is going to have to come this way to deal with him being a pompous ass. Why this fella gets pushed up to there. And my money is just hemorrhaging. Now, this navy has been an absolute... so many enemies. Oh, Spuda, it's mad. What do you think? I'm fighting the number 2 power down here in the world. We've changed places, but the way that the AI just completely bloody spams all the stacks here rather than fighting me or even building up. And like, you know, how many times have I gone on about them building... like the Ebdans conquering Britain so they can get more armies to come against me to be a bigger thorn in my ass rather than everyone just having bloody barbarian ball. Having a bloody barbarian bloody party in the Alps. And the Huns are invited. Now the thing is, with this town being sieged up... thank you, Spuda. The area of influence around the town's gone away. So if you see how you can't move past this town here, the fact that this is sieged up means that these armies can like ping off in several directions, which they're doing that to try and force me to consider pulling this fella back because he is playing funny buggers, and look how I can't hit him now and stuff like that. It really does my head in. The alternative is I say bollocks to you because all that's injured and places like that potentially have enough to deal with this, just as long as they're not wafting Arnigas in my face. The only thing I could really... Oh, he's already used all your bloody movement range, haven't you? You silly bastard. Right, now your cunning is only 5. Right, what about up here then? Your cunning is 6. Brilliant. Right, so you're hurt. You got an Arniga though. I'll be thinking about that in a minute. And down here, you playing funny buggers? Yeah, they're playing funny buggers. What is your... Oh, only bloody 4, man. Because I'm convinced that's the last of the Thorungians. Let's have a look at the situation in Africa, because I really want to try and start moving forward, man. This is doing my nutting. Doing it right. And what's even worse is I thought it'd be done by now. We're on turn 150 bloody 5. As I said, this could easily be a 500 turn campaign. Right. So, because I want to leave, but you're potentially keeping them there, aren't you? So if you still got think. Right, good. Stay in town. This place is throwing a wobbler. That's unhappy by -4, which we're increasing the squalor by building that bloody fishing wharf. What's your food consumption? 65. So to try and negate that, so from there to there, that's an increase of 2. Which will take that to 6. Which we need to get rid of that by going... That's an extra 2 happiness. So that's that one. That's 4. So they're still going to be unhappy by another -2. Does upgrading this increase happiness? It increases public order by a big fat 1. There you go. There's your bloody public order, man. 9 to 13. Do that. And then we don't need this. Can we afford the food increase of 30? Yeah, of course we can. So then that'll be this happy. Now. You are going to go sit there. It's happy by 1. You're just going to go stand right there. Fix that. Either way, it's buggered. Whatever. You know what? Just force march home. Never mind. Because I want them to top fighting shit because of whatever can potentially explode here. And I want you then to recruit what? Because we can recruit all sorts down here. I don't want to recruit the Arnigas because they're too expensive, but this army's lacking Arnigas, so we'll be recruiting some of them big bitches, big Berthas once we get down here. So I'm potentially thinking... The camels. Cheap ass camel. Oh, there you go, they're cheap. Give me 2 of them. Champion. Right, getting onto the tax screen. Everyone's taxed. Looking at the happiness faces. Is anyone still going to hit you? Now, this place is guaranteed a rebellion next turn. But we're just literally dancing in between the bloody 2 of them. Right, it is what it is. Bollocks to him. I can't hit him in the head either. So, happiness building. We've got that big stonker coming through, haven't we? Public order 15. Now, I would like to build these back here, but that can't grow. And then back here, I think we're already too dependent. Like this big bitch. Because that provides 1,650 wealth to culture. But if I was to change it to the other one for the happiness, as you can see, it's substantially different. It's only 825. But this place is happy. So even though we've got to leave a bloody navy here, it's happy. So I'd say moving forward, we need to build the happiness building. So the likes of here. What's your food consumption? We've only got 22 food. So that's all going to consume bloody food. And this one, you'd want the top one. And that's currently consuming 30, so that'd be an extra 20 food. So that put us down to 2 food. So I'd need to do some sort of food building. I'm bothered about the wealth, I'm bothered about the food. We'd gain 15 shitty little food from it. Maintenance, public order. Squalor, but that's a buttload of money. That's a public stats. What are we gonna do with you? What's this? What's this? Alright. So, as things stand, this place is currently producing 22 food. I want to upgrade to this happiness building that is 50 food from a base of 30. So if we go from the 30, we go -8, but we also want some extra food. So we need to see what buildings we can build to achieve that, because none of this, because if you import food, it's another unhappiness modifier, but so just going to that straight away would negate it. That's the increase the problem because of the negative food. So 22. If I was to upgrade that, we would get what? That's 15 food. We'd need both of them, and even then, it's by the skin of our teeth. That's only 10 as well. Additional food. So, do I do all 3 of them into that building? Bloody expensive. Money dropping like that, especially when we're fighting the Huns. Right. But what I want to be able to do is, once the Hun situation is dealt with, is to have the correct infrastructure in place so it doesn't stop us, because I think now discovering this building, if this works even in a crappy area like this, to whack that down, and we can, you know, we're going for this building instead of the theatre, because that max rank, that's 21 happiness per turn, man. But that's only crappy 13, but it does produce an extra 650 per turn, where that's a 1,650. That's only, oh bloody hell, that's half. That's half, but much more happiness, which is what we need. The only thing is, I probably have to upgrade that as well, because not that I'm on this thing, because the squalor produced by that is unreal. And these other buildings are just a joke, unless you're doing a normal campaign, which would have gone for research. Right, Italia, you've been, oh God, these have been bitches now. It's because of this. So now, big question: do I come down here and say hello to Mr. Horn, even though we just think he's going to keep on running? He is injured though. Other question is, we have this to contend with. What I'll probably do then is not attack him this turn and wait for this fella to get up here so we can start taking advantage of all the armies in the area. So you're a full stack. Let's be moving. Let's be moving home.
At your command.
Right, yeah.
At your command.
Yep.
Ready for
Yep, you're 20 stacks. What about you? Right, you've got an Orniger. Okay. 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 Now, if any of these have got a large Orniger, I will probably swear. Right, so if I was just to have a look at this other map, one of my spies and agents, I want to go think. So I've got this one here, and I've got you right there. Can you tell me if there's any more Huns nearby?
Is there nothing
You got that
else?
one? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they've got him. Then can my other spy come down here and just literally tell me what they've got?
On the move.
They have
I am eager to serve.
stuff I can't see.
At your service. How can I?
Assassinate him. Why not?
Will trouble you no longer.
Failure. Never mind. All right, let's have a look at the old list. Fine, so they might even shark off and siege this up at the side, which then, if they actually do that, as much as it's going to be rather bloody costly, if they split, say, like 2 there and 2 here, it's going to be to my favour, because it'll be easy for me to bring this army over with the garrison and that army to pick those 2 off and then show support for Mediolanum and then retreat back to the way that we were and then free this fella up as well. Alrighty, we're at war with the world, so we're all good there. Research is researching. We've not done politics yet.
How can I serve Rome?
Oh, that's fine. I don't want to move anyone else. Right, click on here. Who's being a funny bugger? Right, Potus. I would like to not raise a force because I don't own that. Raise a force. Potus. Legacy. Chuck him on a boat. Right. So you can't even give him a job. What about Pissy Money Pants here? Yeah, he's got a job and Pissy. So I need his information. Wrong one. That one.
Ready for orders.
Yep, you. I want that one. I want to kick his ass out. I believe I'm going to kill a family member. We've got 2 handlers. One is 30. The other one's 24. Go for the 24-year-old.
Your orders.
Buy money. Nice knowing thee. What's your loyalty there, bud? Oh no, it's not highlighting red anyway. Right. Anyone else need to get killed? Does anyone want a job? Who's that fella? He must be on the way back. I think that's Potius. I want to give someone that job because it reduces the upkeep of all units by 3%, so it doesn't matter if it's a full stack navy or not. The only thing I'm pretty convinced is because of the rebellion we're guaranteed next turn, I think that Arslick's going to join him. Yeah, we don't want to give anyone a demotion. Anyone in the family can take it that's not a governor. He has no job and he's only a bloody governor, so that's a waste. You, sir, are another governor. Right, yeah, you're travelling back, so you're going to be dead in a minute anyway. Right. Secure is... You can't secure his loyalty. None of them have what is needed to go into either one of those roles. Righto. Let's be ending the turn and to see if the Huns engage combat and see if we get sieged up here, even though I think we probably will in a minute, given all the shite coming for us. Look at it all. Look at it all. Right. We're slowly moving forward. I think what I did wrong was when I took out all the barbarians, I overextended myself here. I would have been better just focusing myself on those 2, because that's yet another province. But in doing that, as much as we may have wasted up to like 10 turns, if not more, we have found that other happiness building, the circus, which, as much as it only provides half the value of the amphitheatre, that extra happiness might allow us to keep on pushing forward, because I want to find the right concoction of buildings that allows us to conquer quite rapidly, even if it means not taxing the enemy, not taxing the new provinces while they adjust themselves. That couldn't have happened in a better bloody place.
Shall we hack at each other?
Yep.
Until
What annoys me though with the Huns, my god, Sledgehammer, they don't chuck everything at you.
their spirits
They'll chuck
tell us-
most of it at you. And I've had it where they've had like 9 stacks in my bloody land, and then you get rid of them and you'll have 2 left and they'll come at you and chuck another 5 at you. But they just won't go bananas, because if the AI, even though they've been best buds since turn 1 against me, just threw every single thing at me in one big cohesioned attack, I'd be buggered. Like, you could push me out of Italy and everything, you know, just move forward, say fortified with the Alamand. There we go. And then fortified with somewhere else. And then eventually racked the numbers up so there's like 6 armies outside and then just moved in against me. What's this shit? Yeah, you can kill him. That's the fella I don't like. That's the one I want. Yeah, that's Potius. It's all yours, mate. All yours there, mate. It doesn't affect me main army, so, you know, I've had it. Time's it? 20 to midnight. I'm trying to sort my body clock, man. It's last night. I went to bed at 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning. Couldn't sleep.
My lord is
Nope. And they'll stay at war with me and only me.
But the camel will not hear that roast goat is delicious.
That's good though, to be the #1 power finally. It's because we've been trying to get rid of factions. And it's finally started. I don't know. They're all the way over there now, that's good. The best buds with the Huns. The Eastern Romans need to be at war with more than just me. Right. Shut up. Shut up. Hostile success. Good. That's another faction I'm no longer at war with. In terms of officers have expired. We're winter and we've got 100 food, which is good. Now, problems, problems, problems. I'm in an awkward predicament here. Because if I retreat this back, they're just going to swarm me, and I've come to that point. I don't know whether or not it's worth just. Now let's get his information, and then if I just straight on tax that, that's also producing pretty much the chunk of my food. Because what I was going to do, I was just going to say, sod it. It's only producing 1,700, and look at me tax. I can pull this army back, park his ass here. He stays there. We build up to where we're secure until all armies, because I want at least 3 armies are here, then push back and sacrifice Ptolemaeus. But the fact that it's producing that much food. Oh, and of course this asshole's just raiding me rather than attacking me. So what are we going to do then? There are 3 of them. Where did the slide dog go? Did he retreat? He did. No way. Righto. So how am I going to do this then? Let's have a think. Where's my night attacker? That'd be you.
Ready for battle. At your command. Ready for battle.
Right, what I want to know then is if this fella was to whack him.
To battle!
Yeah, as I thought. Right, good stuff. You got night attack as well. You slide dog, you do. Right. Now you.
Battle. At once. Ready for orders. Commander. Ready for battle.
What the hell just happened there?
Advance. I want hourly patrols.
Thank you.
For death
Goodbye.
and honor!
Right, there's that shit dealt with.
Ready for orders. Set up the watch. To your duties, men. Commander. Ready for battle.
Can I improve the situation any or slightly in terms of... I think I'll just let that recruit back. That's near now there. What are your injuries? That's absolute... They're spiffy.
Ready for orders.
You went down to a 19 stack and suffered some casualties. So I'll take that on just to bolster the numbers. I'll merge those together. I'll merge you in with Mr. 68. And then I'll recruit 2 of those.
For Rome.
Dealt with.
Ready for
Let's go find this bloody bastard. Can I just go smack him right on the bloody chin? Right. Skills. We need to get to that. Now, here's one for you. Isn't there something in here that adds campaign movement range? Campaign movement range 10% commanded army. We don't get it to the next turn. Hopefully we can use that to chase the bastard down. Upkeep cost for merc, sure, why not? Since we do have some. So that was pretty good. Am I repairing the damage up here?
Commander.
The answer is no. Ouch. Right, is there anything going on at these 2 locations? Yes, the bastards are bloody raiding me.
I am yours to command. Your orders. Death will.
Again, bloody failure. Because what I don't want to do is
Ready for
fortify him in front of their face so they attack me, even though I would love to attack him and wipe him off the face of the earth. I don't know what's lingering there, because then this place is completely exposed even with that garrison to this whole bloody shit show. Alright, moving down to the
We hunger for battle.
African situation. These are full on neutral, but we do have some bloody good buildings coming through. Unfortunately, I'm only building that stops at Public Order 13. I think I may actually cancel it, destroy it, even though the economy's gonna suffer, and go for one of these instead. Because I have the research to go all the way up to 21 happiness with it, but then that's 3 turns, that's 4 turns, that's another 5 turns where I'm lacking that research really. That's only... Okay, that would actually do it beautifully. So I need to do that into you, which is another 23 turns away. And what it takes for me to do that, I could have destroyed this, stripped it all the way back, built up with the new city centre. No, with the building that can equal that happiness at like 20. No, that's rubbish. That caps out at happiness 17, and it's the economy building. So now what's gone on? Capitals are a lot of happiness, but a hell of a lot more money. Where we've learned that city centres, if you come down the auditorium into amphitheatre, is some money, but a hell of a lot more happiness, because we want that 21 because of the negative modifiers that we're working with. Excuse me. So I'll still take the extra food, because this extra food may actually allow me to abandon this place without worrying about the numbers being too close together. So cancel. It's a shame you can't just say, well, can't you just destroy it all the way down to, because it, you know, get rid of the building completely? Because if you've got 3 tiers, you should be able to go, oh, destroy it down to tier 2, destroy it down to tier 1. What you have to do is one turn, you go down a tier, next turn, down a tier, all the way to tier 1, and then it destroys. You should just be able to say, do this. Ta. Right. What's the... Oh. Ah, well, we've committed now. Kill it. Then I'll decide where this army's going depending on their unhappiness. But I think we should be able to cut across to the Sahara. Woof. We suffered some nasty losses here. Right. Can you just force march back here? -6 happiness. You're not attached to them. This is gonna get a new butthole rip.
At your command.
Now, do I have... Right. Do I have any agents left for starters? Nope. They've toasted them. Does that mean they're dead? Or they're just injured? Let's check. It's Sicily, I think. Not Sicily, this one. Yep, they killed one of them. Bastards. Spy's okay. Nope. Bastards. Right, let's check down here if I can recruit this way then. Yes, brilliant. I can recruit a spy. And I want a spy down here. So we've got a fabricator. Predator. I don't know what a bloody... It sounds like you can't say a predator properly. Misdirection, yeah, sure, get that fella. Then I want a champion. Up a champion. Up here in the north. Get him up here with my dodgy Geordie accent. Okay. Oh, public order. Yeah, we can have him in the region. Even though I'm literally going to have him on the edges of the Empire. But what I could do is put him right on the edge there and deploy him so we could still see, but we still get the bonus. Right. What are you doing?
Salve, how can I help?
Right. Can you tell me literally what's going on down here?
I am with you.
Shut up. Because I know if I leave this place, they're going to siege it up. It's just a guaranteed thing, and we do lose access to the Onagers, which means that that army won't get shot. Where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? No. It's you and this one. But have we got any other buildings coming through? We've got you coming through in 4, you coming through in 2. Battle 40, 30, 40. Ow. That's all I can bloody. So now, let's untax this place. Do devil's advocate. We can do it. We can do it. I can take the money hit. I don't mind going down to 9 grand. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say goodbye and allow him to take this. Because all that's been doing there is supporting this, where I am stretching myself between all this and battling back and forth. So by freeing him, I'll come down, smack the rebellion in. I don't even know what that's meant to do, but still.
That is a dangerous course.
So I'm going to sacrifice Ptolemaeus. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do some pretty horrendous stuff as well. Like, oh, think, give me the money, give me some stuff back. I don't like you. Go away. And I definitely don't want you producing more large onagers right in front of my face. You can spend money and do that back up. Now, can you just come and hit him?
To battle!
Right. Brilliant. Look it off.
Make haste, men.
Can you just come and hit him in the head?
Kill the cowards.
Right, just kill him. Right, brilliant. Can you just turn around and go home then?
We hunger for battle.
And that fella go defend this place because it's walled. And then that should probably encourage these to come and say hello to me here, even though that'll be sieged up. But then I'll get rid of them in my internal border by trying to shore up the happiness of this place. Then we've dealt with the problem that's going on here to potentially release these to move further forward. And then I've got 3 armies to push forward rather than going, oh god, that's unhappy, move back. Oh god, that's unhappy, let's move. You know?
Ready for battle.
If I was just to hire him, would you go happy? Yeah, thank you. Just chip at it like that then, because they're dirt cheap. Right, now. That's happy by 9.
Honor to serve.
If I was to do that, it'd go to 3, but I don't know what they're going to do, so just stay there.
Ships to port.
Because you see, we've come to a place where we're completely locked down here. Because of overextension. And by sacrificing this, I can have a big fat army there. A big fat army here. While I sort these issues back out there. That navy then is free to sail up and down. And then we could even get this place happy as well, where that becomes a full stack. Along with these, where I can deal with any problem that gets thrown our way. Now what I want to do with you is merge you into that one. And then, why can't I recruit? Because you're in a forced march, is it? Can I unforced march you? I cannot. So I will take that block. Yep. Brilliant. I'm pretty happy with that. Then obviously we're still hunting this butt cheek down.
We hunt.
I'm hoping that he'll siege that up. And then we can have a nice old fight right there. Yeah, that should be able to deal with that, and then he can just mop up. Then he can decide what to do with that army. But it did seem like I was struggling when all these were sieging me, and it was only by that other one leaving that we did have a little bit of a respite. So I need to keep that in mind about the location where we decide to send that stack. Even though it would really help out down here. All that's done. Politics. We want to get that family member murdered, don't we? So what you can do then, you can gather me some support, because that's going to take all that stuff out. And then at Ptolemaeus, I am going to recruit you. And I hate killing family members, because it's going to shrink our control, but you're being a complete dick, so you're going to have to die. Right, have we got anyone else you want to kill off? I'll start treating them that way once they go red. You can go all the way down to 4 loyalty, but just as long as you don't flip your lid. Right, starting at the top. He's got the best job. He's got the second best. He's got the third. Right. The thing is, I still want to fill that position. There you go. Give Flavius a job. Here you go, Flavius. That'll improve your loyalty as well. He's in a job with 3 loyalty, so if he wasn't there, that'd go down to like 1. He's a governor. He's a governor and all. Anyone else? It's so stupid, man. It's annoying. Oh, fuck. There we go. There's another ball bag. Right. You secured the loyalty of this bitch. You secured the loyalty before he... No. No. I'm sick of him wasting time. We've wasted a load. Take a little vacation. Oh, yeah. That's it. That's it. That's the plan. I can tell he's a bit, dissatisfied. I've sent him on holiday to Ptolemaeus. There's nice heat. There's none of the armies there. They've all gone home. He can go shout hello to his Eastern Roman cousins. He's all good. Right, I think we're done now. That's all done. Politics is done. Research is doing its stuff. Let's end the turn. Right, so we've got Quintus, Lupus, Whatever, just give me some of that stuff then. Then we've got Bibulus. He's a general. Campaign movement range all the way. And then barbarian factions. And then I want the nomadic ones soon as. Righto. Slideshow. Let's move down here a little bit. Right. Let's see what the fallout of the situation is. And go. I can't believe we're in the 150s in terms of turns. And believe it or not, you've got no idea how much money that's going to be sapping. So this army that I'm dealing with, the Huns, I might move it up north to try and deal with that stack. Excuse me. Even though I'd love to put it in Egypt, because if I can knock them off from raiding us, we're going to get more money, more infrastructure, more happiness we get now we've discovered the right set of buildings, I think, to carry on. Because it all the way upgraded, it's 21 happiness from the circus, rather than just trying to rely on that 15 of the amphitheatre. And the only reason we did that is because of the sick money that it gives us. But I'd rather have a collection of settlements. Oh, here we go again. Is he coming down? Or are you being a big old fat bitch? Yeah. Here we go again. I'm just hoping that I can deal with this Hun stack deep in Italy, because all it's doing is just standing there. I'm going to need at least a turn or two to deal with that and then push north again. That's going to be costing me. Got it. I'd happily do that, but you've got to do that to get it, and I can't do peace to get this achievement at all. Lyria. I've still not met the Eastern Separatists, but I hope they're causing them hell over here. Critical failure, so we got knocked the fuck out. Good. That's another faction I'm not at war with anymore. Whatever it takes. Decree. Oh, you've got to be jeffing me. Right then. So the purges continue. Hey, you were alright. What happened with you? What made you spit your dummy out? Okay. Oh, he didn't move. Great news. You might actually want to scrap then. Right, let's have a look down here. What's going on? Right.
Fleet reporting.
Die.
Prepare for battle.
Yep. Thank you. Right. Okay, let's do that one. And... Alright, so they're all in places of influence who we're having trouble with. So this is Skaver, and he would have been producing the happiness in Africa, allowing me to move, but he decided to turn into one hell of a ambitious bitch. So you, I want your details, not that one, it's that one. Right, and I want to destroy that as well because we're changing the building. So I need to go to that one, this one, that one, scare it, kick him up the ass, and just piss off. Right, good. What's the happiness like in Italy? Oh, bloody hell, they're being pissy. Brilliant. Okay. So that army definitely can't move. He's going to be basically dancing between here and dealing with this shit show. Coming back home. Well, back to Africa, I should say, at least. Why is it everyone just kicking off? You could go bang to there and start moving down, I think. Family. Right, what's your names? 2 and 3. What's your job? He's a general. Oh, come on, man. You can't be all pissy because you're defending against all this. Right. Bloody whinging. We kick him out. We've got a handler, a fearless warrior. That's what you want.
We hunger for battle.
Right. Who's the other bitch? This fella. He's another general. And he's doing absolutely bugger all. But then we click on that one. No, that one. Kick his ass out. No point getting the landowner, I suppose. That sort of ish. Right. The first thing I want you to do is go down to a standard movement. Nope. Boss march. Right. Up here. This is the big test in 3 turns. 2 turns. 2 turns. Because if this building arrangement can sort out the taxes and this unhappiness were made, and then I can see if it needs changing any, because we've still got the potential of improving that, you see. So this is the big test with all the food buildings and that, because we're going up to the 100 one, aren't we? No, we're going up to the 50 one. Okay. Yep. So I'm just hoping that that can afford this. It's all doing what we need. Right, so let's come back here a little bit. Right, let's up it by 11. Because what I'd love to do is disband that. But then if these silly buggers decide to start coming down this way, I need something to intercept them. So they're going to have to stay put. Or even sail it down the bloody coast and chuck it in Carthage. Which means that needs expanding. Now before it does anything like that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go think. That's already destroyed. Think. And destroyed the reservoir. Now you are going to come up here and hinder the army.
I revel in destruction.
I don't even know if that was successful. And what I'm going to do now is move him back this way. So, your job is to recover. And then I'm going to move him up to here. And then the 2 of us, if these won't retreat, we're going to chuck everything at them. Then what I need to do is to make sure that these provinces are okay when we both leave. So we can carry on the move against Eastern Rome, because all these stacks here are going to need dealing with, and if they're all bloody sat there at Ptolemais, I'm a bit knackered. Right, am I not taxing anywhere other than Ptolemais? No, everyone's taxed. Right, we're dealing with that in a minute. I just want him to move that army out the way so we can blow that up, and then I think he'd leave me alone a little bit. Up to the north. Now this is the big bloody question. You completely recovered and you can attack at night. You completely recovered and you can attack at night. We've got nothing else here, and we know if we move that further across, we're going to get bum rushed by all the horrible stuff we've got up here. Because if, you know, if I move up here, You'll see, well, if I did, there's all sorts around there. So, before we do anything, this fella will be an absolute godsend up north. But before we do anything, we need to deal with him. Please let this be an auto-resolve. An auto-resolve, boys. Otherwise he wouldn't have legged it, because we weren't getting reinforced by anywhere. Let me completely wipe the bugger out. Right, good. You did. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn around and go back up north now.
At your command.
Let's go.
March. Destination reached.
Then would it be better just me to force march him instead?
Who drops out is left behind. Set up the watch.
I think it would. Because, hang on, why are these so unhappy? Buildings, characters, military presence is doing the 8 now. Unhappiness taxes, I know it's ludicrous. I need to conquer land, build it up so we can reduce it. The food situation, -6, right? That's being shitty because it's gone down to -32. Let me check something then. I believe it's that one. Yep, fertility's dropping big time. Globally. So that's why I'm happy that we've not gone for your standard farms. So that's 50. What's your cattle? 70. That's an extra 20. But it'd mean us converting. So you know what? Let's convert the bitches to cattle. That should sort out their food situation. Is there any big infrastructure buildings that we can do right now? I'm willing to do like 1 or 2. Because that was at 9, but some assholes raiding me. Who the hell is built up there? Just click off that. Just give me that one. Who's this? You're Jeffing. So the pigs destroyed the homeland and moved there. That makes sense. Okay. You.
I am yours to command.
Can you get over here? No, right. Can you have a pop at these to try and keep them at bay then? Hinder army. Misdirect.
Will come from the darkness.
Success. Good stuff. Who's this fella?
I'm a shadow.
Can you assassinate him?
They will trouble you
Nope. Army agents be done. Yep. Right. Buildings now. That's under siege. Oh, again, that being under siege will knock money off me like there's no tomorrow. Don't know. Because that's only producing 50. I'm half tempted to convert the ones that are not the full amphitheaters over to a circus. Because now I'm used to the money that's coming in from this place, you see. So I'm a bit bagged. So there's no reason though that I couldn't destroy this. Now I've finished all this research. Anything that does happiness. What's the top one? Why? No. It just produces a hell of a lot of money though. So do I need to go then one of those? But then again, this is a food consumption building. And yet another one where this one just isn't. That's how that balances the books there. And because these are happy by 11, the only reason these are happy so much is because of these, and I'm reliant on this economy. Upgrade the fishing wharf and just leave that there as it is for now. Yeah, and I've already built it up here as well, haven't I? What's your food situation? Your food situation's 85. There's minor improvements that we can do to the food here, but again, we need to get that back up. I think the main thing that's hindering us now is money, because if I had money, I'd be building that up. This fishery all the fisheries I could bloody find and to see if I had the resources to come down this path. Because they're both 100, you see. But the money on that's crap, but the happiness is great. So I could just forget about it. 21 happiness it generates. But for half the money of that place, well, that's 13. But double the money. More than double, isn't it? Yeah, that's 14. Yeah, that's more than double the money that it generates. Anyway, we're gonna have to just deal with what we've got. Right, politics. You, general, you got the top job. You're a governor. You've got a job. You don't need one. Fine. I feel awful killing some of our own family members on this next turn because you won't behave. Right, well, that's fine. Right, secure loyalty. How old is she? She's 34. How old's this fella? 22. Right. Secured the loyalty. Right, you can't do it while he's in transit. He's dead. Is that a... No, he's a bastard. And is the yellow adopted? Yeah, right. So we'll kill him and give the bastard one last chance. 50 woods. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to end turn here. You see, look at all the loyalty of all these bloody slipping. All that's done. Research is researching. And end turn.
How can I assist you?
That's the new spy. I want to get him down to assassination as quickly as possible. What's that do? Authority, yeah, sure, why not?
Ready for battle.
Right. Yes. Sure. Provincial governor. I need to assign someone to Africa. Someone who's bloody loyal. I'm going to take the hit. I'm going to try and assign it to him. And I'm also going to try and secure his loyalty. And then if he's still a bitch, then he's dead. He's definitely gone now. And oh God, before the end of the turn, I'm always paranoid because that's a different way of ending the screen, which I've not done for ages. So now I can go dink. Dink. Do it. I think that's about turn 165. But I'm coming up north with this army from Neapolis. Alright. I might need to save that, sail that navy of mine up a little bit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Right. This is a major oh crap moment. They're sending 5,560 odd men at me. The Huns do not conquer. The Huns do not pillage. The Huns blow your shit up. Uh-oh. And I destroyed this to a standard rank 2 town for food reasons. If I can win this, the Huns are very weak. Obviously, they can still build up. But oh my god, the situation was it's 20 past midnight. You know what? This is the cliffhanger. Tomorrow, will Rome survive? So next time on Dragon Ball Z, right? It's yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Z, will Rome survive? But the Huns, you know, blow the place up. Can I push them back? Can I defend the north and use that spur army to liberate the northwest? Yeah. Well, you'll have to tune in tomorrow. Or when I stream again, which I am aiming for tomorrow night. I want to play Cyberpunk, so yeah. I am going to see if there's anyone to host. I'm going to try and go for my usual recommended ones. If not, I'm going to end and come back. So yeah, like, follow, and all the rest of it. Is anyone on? Yep, I like him. So he's getting hosted. I don't know what he's doing. He's getting hosted. I like him. So back. I don't even know what he's bloody playing. So slash raid. What? That went weird. Right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Like, follow, and all that good stuff. See you.
Oh. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jotun. That's hella cool that you raided me while I was doing this.